How's the audio, fam? Let's get a quick SG just so we know the audio is actually working. Audio check. Is the audio working? SG in the chat if you can hear me. I'd like to get the party started if possible. All right. Awesome. All right, guys. Let's talk about this shit. First of all, we're back. We're better than ever. I hope everyone is doing well. Let's just fix this audio real quick in terms of the sound in the background. Lower that a little bit. Man, what a pleasure it is to be back with you guys. One round of applause is not enough. We're going for two. Yeah, we're going to roast this guy a little bit. I saw someone commented, oh, we're roasting this motherfucker. We're definitely going to roast him. That's a fact. But I wanted to just delve a little bit deeper because a 10 or 11 minute video doesn't really do it justice. And this is not going to be super planned and researched, but there's some funny things I wanted to talk about. But before we get into that, let's take a look at who we got here. Jim Reefer just got promoted to blue belt for the YouTube members. Let's give him another round of applause. What's up, Austin? Tony Work in the chat. Let's go. We might need a few new moderators. So I'm watching you guys. I don't know who's going to make the cut, but we're going to have to get a few of you guys in there. I can't see who else is popping, but okay. There we go. So, obviously, if you watched my last post, it was about Wesley Watson, the former convict turned self-development guru. And I was on the fence about covering this topic to begin with. Let me just start out by saying that. This wasn't somebody that Stefan says giving bald men a bad name. This wasn't a topic that I was particularly interested in doing. That's why I waited so many weeks to actually record it and get into post-production, because so many people covered it. And I was like, what am I going to say that hasn't been said already? But I had to throw my hat into the race, man. Uncle Steve had to get up off the couch and actually throw in his little 2 cents there, because I don't feel like anyone really did it justice. Didn't really cover the other aspects of his business and whatnot into one sort of sufficient video. What are you guys saying over here before we get into the reacts? Because I want to actually go back over that video at Fresh and Fit. There are a few things that maybe got cut out. I want to look at that for a second. And then we got just interesting things that I think are valuable. I know a lot of you guys don't like him. When I posted this video, it's doing very well. It's a 1 out of 10, which is a good sign. But when I saw the comments, I said, wow, so nobody likes him? Because I've been aware of Wes for a while. This isn't a new individual for me that, I've been aware of him for quite a while. He came into prominence, just to give you a little bit more context to who he is, if you don't know, in like 2020. So during the pandemic, you had this former convict who was on a park bench, who doesn't have really much to his name, who's reciting concepts and philosophies that are impactful on some level. We're all going through a trying time. I wasn't aware of him at that point, by the way. I didn't know who he was. I didn't become aware of him until they started doing house tours. And so I delved in. What's his message look like? What does he have to say? And it seemed as if he had some good core messages. And I didn't want to get into the positives so early in the stream, but I guess we'll start with a little bit of positives. Then we'll just bury that motherfucker around blood hour. Then we'll just bury him. then we'll just bury him for the rest of the stream. But here's the catch, guys. Dude's a clown. There you go. Yeah, it's definitely a bully type personality. I think we can all agree to that. Listen, I have this chat, by the way, on public, not for just members. So if any dickheads come in there, I might miss it. Tony, if you see it, feel free to block them or whatever you got to do. I'm trying to think, so I can't look at the chat too much there. So what I was getting to was, he came into prominence speaking about these concepts of being self-serving and not self-serving rather, but self-reliant in that way. Claims to have done a 10-year bid. So these are all things a lot of people can get behind. Yeah. I have a self-development type mailing list that has been valuable for people. And I've been criticized, what you selling? I've had it for years. I have not sold a single thing, not a single product. And there's nothing wrong with selling stuff. That's not what we're attacking Wes Watson for. It's that he started to succeed and stop delivering on the promise of the service. Scams. That's what we call a scam. When a person says, you know what, I'm going to do X, and they don't deliver on that promise. And that's what a lot of people are saying about him. And listen, when you start to make, let's say, $300,000, $1 million, he claims to have made $2 million in a month. And I'm not counting another man's money. He's made this very clear in public. That's a lot of money for anybody. We're talking 12 million with margins that are in the 80 plus percentile. That's a lot of money for anybody. The message starts to get muddy. I said it in the video. I'll say it again if you haven't watched the video, but you're claiming that you're not in need of external validation. Then why are you constantly flexing your wealth? Why are you constantly flexing your woman? And I'm not going to bag on his girl. That's not what this channel's about. We could. He likes bagging on everyone's girl. We could demolish Wes Watson on many levels. Okay. Let's roll for mod roll. Well, I run the channel. I don't think you want to roll with me. But yeah, I do want to definitely get some new mods in here for sure. So I'm not sure who's going to make who that person would be, but we'll see what's up. People that are consistent in the chat. But let's take a little bit of a. Let's go back a little bit and check out this fresh and fit situation. We won't meander there for too long, guys. So just sit tight. We're going to get into his response. He recently did a response on his channel, and I think it's important to cover that as well because there's a lot of contradictions that get into that just make you laugh, man. For the lack of a better word, it makes you laugh. And so we're going to cover that and a few other things that I think are hypocritical. Hi, Steven. I'm a big fan and love your content. Quick question. I want to train jiu-jitsu, but we're there's not any jiu-jitsu gyms around. Can I train watching videos and start with others? You certainly can. I mean, jiu-jitsu is tough to learn and get good at if you don't have the proper instruction. So you might have to unlearn and relearn certain things, but there's no reason you can't get started just to keep that inspiration going. There's no issue. There's no issue there. Yes, I see what Sean's saying. Yeah, so one of the messages that by the way, I think this is sort of the train of thought that I was on, chat. I was telling you guys that in my newsletter, I talk about there's two tenets that we share in common. And I'll say it right now, loud and clear for everyone that's watching. Most of my inspiration for my worldview and the way that I run my life outside of the entertainment that I do here on the channel and other places is from the Bhagavad Gita, the Upanishads, the Dhammapada, the Bible, and meditations of Marcus Aurelius, some Stoicism thrown in there as well. So nothing that I'm relaying, right? It's just filtered through my own life experience. Wes Watson didn't come up with these theories either. So, but what I will say is what we both share that we filtered through our own inspirations is a morning routine is essential. You've seen me write about that stuff. There's nothing wrong with that message. Number two, and I grew up in a Catholic household, but using guilt positively or regret positively. If I feel guilty about smoking bud and it's causing me pain, stop doing that. Not saying bud's bad, saying it's no longer congruent with the life that I want to have. I saw him bounty around that message and I said, okay, there's a parallel. I can get behind that. I've been talking about that, writing newsletters about that, etc. My issue is not that, because there can be great messages, but it's how you communicate. Someone in the video that I posted about him recently, a few hours back, he's not a member. I haven't really seen him in chats or anything like that, but he's definitely a person that has it on. He's like, I used to follow Wes. I love this message, but man, the motherfucker has gone off the deep end. You know, and it's hard not to. They say, you know, becoming good at jiu-jitsu will make you a better person, or improve. No, getting rich will make you better. No. Or getting rich will make you a worse person. No, none of these things really change who you are. It just reveals who you are, right? So if I'm really a dickhead, Uncle Steve is not this guy. He's a different kind of guy. The money's just going to reveal that. Whatever I've been hiding for all this time is going to come out. So that's what you see with people like him, right? He did a really good job of hiding it initially in the first few years of his success, but it's starting to seep out naturally. These things start to happen over time.
And we'll start with Biame Kevo.
How did I find success?
How do you define success?
We saw this,
become
right?
rich, become wealthy, but I just think it's all beside the point, ultimately. You're trying to go for a single thing, and it's to achieve something greater than
money?
the person.
Does he have money?
No.
Do you have money?
No, I don't have.
How much money do you have?
I don't
Does he
have money. But here's the thing: why is money valuable?
Do you have money?
What is money valuable for?
I'm just asking. Do you have money?
I just said no. I'm broke. I'm a nobody.
No, but really, you are?
Yeah.
Is he really broke?
Yeah.
I just want to know. I have to know.
No.
See, this is where the bullying begins, chat. So let me explain to you, and you guys are wise enough to know what I'm about to put down because I talked about it in the video. But this is a big issue. So this man is now arguing. This guy's argument about how to live your life is a very specific way. It's antithetical to how Wes Watson lives his life. And what he's going to do now is he's going to use the only real leverage that he has is the fact that he is a superficial, materialistic person and he has money. And he's going to question Andrew on that topic. Now, if Andrew says he does have money, right, he'll argue, how much money do you have? Because there's no way you make $2 million a month like me. Andrew takes I don't know if it's the high road or if it's the truth. He really doesn't have much money. And then Wes will argue this very simple point. The point is, how can you say that something isn't valuable if you don't have it? And someone in my comment section said something really funny. It's like, well, that's a silly argument. I've never had gay sex, but I don't need to have it to know I'm not gay. I don't know who it was that said that, but it was very funny. And it sort of works, man. The concept is, just because I'm not fantastically wealthy doesn't mean that I can't come up with this concept that, you know, I don't need money to fulfill myself.
I'm not one of these rich guys. I don't have a Bugatti. I don't have a Lambo. I
just
Ferrari.
really have to know, like, how much money you got?
Probably $5 in my pocket. Not much more.
See, can anyone answer for the guy?
Why do they think I'm kidding? I have a family. I take care of an entire family. That takes a lot of money.
He's doing all right.
Okay,
it's okay.
This is the thing, you guys. If you ain't fit, you can't say it's not all about being in good shape.
Why not?
Such a stupid argument. It's one of those statements that sound rounded and like you can get behind it. Yeah, that's true. I've never experienced this, so you can't argue against my viewpoint because you don't share the viewpoint. It's so lazy, but also kind of sounds good. That's a fucking stupid argument. We all know that you should be in shape. Check my Instagram stories every day. I'm working out. I'm asking you guys, are you guys working out? You guys working out? It's positive to do it. Objectively, it's the right thing to do for longevity, mental health, etc. The money argument gets really muddy, though, because that becomes slightly more subjective past a certain income point, which I think Andrew argues. After, I don't know if it's $250,000 a year or if it's even less than that, probably more like $150,000 a year. But with inflation, who the fuck knows? You don't need, or rather, your mental health and your happiness doesn't actually improve that much from, let's say, $250,000 a year to $1 million a year.
If you don't have money, you can't say it's not all about money.
Yeah, why not?
But if he does have money, he can say that.
Why not? Why can't you say? Why must you have the thing before you hang on? Let me ask the question.
Because hypothetical is hypocritical.
Let me ask the question.
Hypothetical is hypocritical.
How do you even know what I was going to say before I've even been allowed?
Wes does not like the fact that someone he deems as not being quote unquote alpha is telling him to slow down. He's not accustomed to that. He's not. His whole brand is built on being that dude. I'm not, you can't tell me when to stop. you know, I curse at my clients. I curse at I'm better than you. I make more money than you. So this is not going to go well, right? Especially this guy.
I know what you're going to say.
Then what was I going to say?
You're going to say, why can't you ask the question?
Okay, so that's not what I was going to say. What I was going to say is how in the world...
I got him. Wes is like, oh, goddamn, that was my argument. Yo, Jim Reefer, sorry, not Jim Reefer. I said, what's up? DBZ Freak, I see you in the chat, man. What's going on? Just checking in on you. Ellie says, no humbling when Wes wearing ripped white jeans. Listen, you can't show up with all white when it ain't an all-white party and try to claim alpha, bro. That is not that.
That it's inappropriate to ask somebody, how come if I don't have X thing, because I don't value X thing, does that mean X thing is actually valuable?
You've never experienced it, so you can't speak about it.
You think that I haven't experienced wealth?
Again, not the worst argument at face value. You can't claim that you don't like fish if you've never tried fish. You understand what I'm saying? You might actually love it. I get the perspective, but I think the counter argument is perfect.
Even
I
poor people,
was asking if you did.
Even poor people experience days of wealth.
I was asking if you did. I don't know who you are.
But even poor people.
That's another flex, by the way. You want to win an argument? Just I don't even know. I don't know who you are, bro.
Experience days of wealth, and so the thing is
definitely not.
Definitely so. Definitely so.
I've lived the lowest lows and the highest highs.
Well, what's the distinction? After you make X amount, hundreds of thousands of dollars, if you look at the studies done on this, it does not.
I don't fit no fucking studies.
It does not huge.
Narcissist. We're not talking about you. We're talking about the grand scope of the argument, which is to say we're talking about the people we're supposed to be serving, right? The world. We're in the self-development space, right? The alpha male red pill deal. So why are you talking about yourself? I don't fit a study, but how does that affect your clients? They're not you.
Hugely improve a person's
Stupid
life.
argument.
Are you proud of who the fuck you are?
That's when he goes off, chat. That's when Wes goes off. He couldn't play the game. Enough with the intellectual banter. I'm going to insult your tits now. I'm going to insult your tits. I'm going to ask you to lift your shirt up. Now listen, Andrew Wilson is easy to attack on those levels because he isn't in great shape and he has horrible posture. I was actually in my head when I was making the video. I was like, sit up straight. Sit up straight. My boy got the crazy posture, bro. Neck coming forward. I wasn't into it. Wasn't into it. I'm not going to lie. I wasn't into it. Crazy posture. And he just chain smokes incessantly. It's, you know, if you claim to be a family man who loves his family, you know, you're shortening your lifespan. It's probably not again, we talk about lack of congruency. Wes has a lot of those. Uncle Steve's not perfect. Neither is Wilson, right? Lots of weirdness there. But I don't think he claims to be perfect. So that's kind of his saving grace. He's an easy target for Wes, is my point. You'll see.
Why
Well,
don't
look,
even
are
let
you
me
proud?
get-
If you look in the mirror, would you guys say this motherfucker's proud of who the fuck he is?
Here we go.
That's a bag of trash, dude. Pull your fucking shirt
Because
off and tell me you're fucking proud of
Because
yourself.
I've been to fucking prison?
Jesus Christ,
Because
look
I've been
at
to
you,
prison?
bro. You got 10-inch arms and tits. Men don't have tits.
No,
guys.
they go to prison where they...
Now, I love that, but I often talk about, if you've heard me say bag of milk, you guys follow me on Instagram. Bro, come on, you don't want to be shaped like a bag of milk. And everyone laughs because there's a comedic undertone, or, you know, no titty season. It's funny. He comes at it from an aggressive, domineering, judgmental place, and it loses the comedic value. The levity is gone. Now he's just better than you. And it comes back to that megalomaniac type vibe that he puts off. And he actually, I mean, he said this. This is not unique to me. I'm not saying this and breaking the mold here. He's claimed to have a messiah complex. So what do you expect? This is what you get when someone actually believes that they're, you know, a version of God.
They get fucking...
Fuck yeah,
they
they
get
do.
raped up the ass.
You've never been to prison. Look,
That's
you're talking
what
about shit you
happens.
don't know.
They go to prison where they get
let's
raped.
do
Now you
this.
get your ass
Hold on,
beat
hold
in
on,
front
hold
of
on.
You think that
everybody.
that's better?
Guys,
You think that that's better?
Yes,
Let's
Jim,
let
he is a
him
good talker.
Give his definition of success, and then
Having tits.
Now, interestingly enough, and we can go into this really briefly. I saw a channel called Bloodsport when I finished making this last video I posted today, and I don't know if Andrew Wilson, the gentleman in the blue, owns a channel or if it's just a channel that clips his live streams. But I clicked it to see what his rebuttal to the new Wes Watson video, which we're going to watch on stream in a second. I was actually quite surprised because he is a good communicator. He can't leverage the fact that he's a jack guy who's in shape and can fight or whatever the case may be. He's an intellectual type character. He's a debater, but he actually wasn't the most fluid in his thoughts. The live stream was very stop and go. The thoughts weren't really fluid, and the stream of consciousness just wasn't there. I was actually surprised. Now, I'm responding to someone in the chat that said he's a good talker. Wes is a very good talker. Now, it's a different muscle to do this, so I'm not taking away from Andrew. He is a good communicator, but he needs competition. He's a debater. He's a debater, so he needs competition. He needs someone on the opposite side of the ring that he can go thought for thought with. Whereas, and I know this side of the scope pretty well, Wes is a guy that you just put him in a room or you put him anywhere and he just, blah, he's good at that. But he's losing here.
10-inch arms is what a man is, you guys.
Let's let him
Please don't listen to that.
Wes, let's let him get his thing out, and then...
Tits.
We can have different opinions.
Yeah.
Thank you, my brother Ashtray.
Anyway, back to where I was at.
Boobs.
Yeah. Okay. Prison. But anyway, if you want,
Fuck yeah.
if you want to follow the successful mantra of a man who tells you he's reformed from prison, understand why they might have gone there to begin with.
Strong argument.
And
To take
yes,
care of a
I do
family.
think
But that's also part true, right? Partly true, because some prisoners do reform. So I get Andrew's position there. You have to question. I mean, he according to Wes, he was violent over like a weed deal or something gone wrong or something to that effect. So he has a violent past. If you were to believe what he says, I have no way of validating it either way. But I don't think I do disagree with Andrew on is that consider why they went to jail, but also understand that most people do reform. Wes isn't doing himself any favors in this instant, right? Because he's pretty much acting like a prisoner that has never learned his lesson.
I do think that a rejection of materialism is something missing in society, and I do think that true wealth is the family, and I think that true wealth is having a wife, and true wealth, that is what I think it is, and that is what I think truly success is being able to go home and look your family in the face and know that you're doing everything you can to support them. That's
And then
what
when
I
you
think
go to the
success
beach
is.
with your family, they're like, there's my stud dad right there standing there.
Do you have-
that stud right there with his shirt off.
Do you have children?
What an asshole. What an asshole. I was talking to my lady, Francis, and we were laughing our butts off because I said, like, there's comedic timing that works. And that was funny to me. He doesn't have a counter argument, Wes doesn't, so he's going to resort to just making fun of the guy's body. And then hypotheticals are always funny, right? Like this is my dad. But it's also really a deep cutting insult because he's talking about the importance of being a father and he's attacking that thing. The thing in which Andrew Wilson defines himself as a father. Weak move. Pretty funny, but a little weak. You know, Andrew Wilson talking about having a family and those things, it's not sexy. And what I mean by that is it's hard to sell a course. Like, let's say I'm selling a course, the Stephen Strangles course. Or whatever, right? And my pitch is that I'm going to teach you how to be a monogamous father, how to earn income the right way, whatever. Like, no one's signing up for that. It's like 3 of you guys in the chat like, yeah, it sounds pretty good, actually. But most of you are going to go, where's my Bugatti, motherfucker? Where's my Bugatti? Where's my bitches? Where are the bitches? That's what most of you guys are going to think. You probably won't say it out loud. Wes caters to that side of the male brain that's just like 12 years old, unresolved anger. You get what I'm saying? So I respect Andrew for saying that because it's not in the meta right now of how to actually get views and sell product.
Look at that stud.
Do you have children?
I do have children.
How many?
I have 2.
You have 2. So are you saying
Andrew doesn't know him enough to know that that's actually not a true statement. So what I'll do is I'll pull up this video I think I have. I'll get into why I had to do it this way. But so this lady here is his girlfriend from what I've been told. So she was a stripper. Okay. We're not. Everyone relax in the chat. We're not demonizing her. That's what she was or is. I don't know what she does with her life. That's up to her. Get your money, right? But she had a child with a different individual or maybe 2 different individuals. I don't know the story. They're not Wes's children. And someone else in my recent video commented, he's an illegitimate father of a girl he met a year ago. And I was like, you guys are vicious, man. Some of you guys need to start streaming. You guys are vicious, quick-witted motherfuckers, man. Anyhow, That's the story. So Andrew doesn't know the fact that he's actually not a father. And so he didn't have that leverage to attack Wes. Because if you really look closely, and we'll watch this video, because I think this is a whole nother story, and it's pretty fucking cringy, but you'll see how he kind of squirms for a second. I know it's super detailed, minuscule, but check it out.
Do you have children?
Watch this.
Do you have children?
Didn't want to answer it. You saw how he heard the question. Chat, he heard the question, didn't want to answer it because he would have to come in touch with a weakness, or what most men consider a weakness.
Standing there.
Do you have
that stud right there with his shirt off?
Do you have children?
Look at that stud.
Do you have children?
Look.
I do have children.
How many?
Ooh. Do you though? Do you though? And again, you can be a stepfather. There's nothing to be ashamed of with that. That's extremely admirable. But if you're going to attack a man for being a father, you know what I'm saying? It would help to have a child, especially a guy who seems to be a good father. Again, we don't know, by the way, that Andrew's a good father. He could be a terrible person in the household. We're going off of what we're being presented on the stage.
I have 2.
Anyhow, before we get back to that, because that's pretty funny. You know, well, Steve, why are we just not on Wes Watson's page? You're probably thinking that. You're going, Steve, why are we looking at Snapchat or whatever this is, TikTok? We're looking at TikTok because after this whole thing happened, and I'll talk to you guys for a second, then we'll get right into this video. After this whole situation happened at the Fresh and Fit panel, Wes did, his Instagram account private. Now that's a death blow. If my job, and now I'm saying hypothetically, if I'm Wes Watson, I'm trying to sell a product, I need a constant influx of people because selling products online is like a revolving door. People come into your program, people leave. It's like owning a gym, something I'm experienced in. I've not sold online products much other than Patreon and the YouTube membership, but with a gym, it's like that. You know, people come in, they get injured, life happens to them, they leave. So to make your account private is really detrimental because what you're doing is you're closing the doors on potential business. But that just shows you how damaging this whole debacle has been to his manhood, to his identity, to the way that he's coping with the repercussions of what he did and said. Obviously, live streams and videos like I just posted aren't really going to help him, but I think they're warranted. So with that context, now you understand why I'm on TikTok with this video, because he has her on Instagram. I'm not going to follow the guy for the sake of trying to get, assets for the video. But let's take a look at the video. I'll let you guys watch it, then I'll break it down. Maybe we'll scroll through it. We'll see.
Excuse me, kind sir. Hey, I love that Richard Mille. I'm Zib the watch guy. I love that Rolex as well. Is that the president?
Yeah, this isn't scripted at all.
Can you guys share with our viewers what you do for a living?
What do you do for a living? I'm Wes Watson. Everybody knows who I am.
Stop it. Ego flaring. Also, this is completely set up.
What's your name?
Wes Watson.
Wes Watson? Okay, awesome.
Sure.
And what advice do you have for people just starting out?
So what he just said, he's like, show the camera guy your watch. We're not materialistic, though. We just care about helping people. We're altruistic people. It's all about the client, right? We don't need any external validation. By the way, baby, show your ring. Show your rollie. Contradictions. Lack of congruency.
Oh, that's stunning. The rose gold press.
What about that one? He wouldn't let that go. It was important to see the ring as well. No external validation.
Oh, that teardrop. Man, you're one lucky girl. Can you guys share what's the best advice you could give people just starting out? Want to become successful like
Personal development, first and foremost.
Okay.
Develop you as your best version of yourself, first and foremost.
Uh-huh.
And then learn from a top entrepreneur and what you want to sell.
The first message I agree with. If you get yourself right, your world will start to mirror your internal state. But what's funny, chat, is he had the plug that only someone that has done it can help you. Not true. It can help expedite the process, no doubt. You want to start a YouTube channel, I could probably help you better than if you stumbled by yourself. But you can also stumble by you get what I'm saying? You need my course.
I love it. And how about you? What advice do you have for people just starting out?
Just to stay connected with the highest truth.
Vague statements on this episode of Vague Statements on vague esoteric nonsense. Stay connected with your higher truth. Dun 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 dun. What?
Thank you guys so much for sharing. Thank you, bro. God bless you.
Vapid, soulless human beings. I love it. Okay, that was the point of the whole thing. I just want to use that as a way to say that that's the ladies who has the kids, and they're not Wes Watson. That was a long way of saying this dude doesn't have kids.
You have to. So are you saying that your Bugatti and your money and everything
If
else
they
is
saw me
worth more
standing
than your
there, they'd be
children?
like, my dad's a superhero. Look what he brought to the table. Look how hard this guy works. He came from nothing to this.
Yeah.
He's, God damn it.
You're still whining. Stop whining
that
and
is
just
a
make an
product.
argument.
I'll smack your fat ass.
So you're going to attack.
Doesn't sit well with your uncle. Doesn't sit well with me. Doesn't sit well with me. This is where, like, I get violently angry. I understand someone doesn't disagree with you and you want to kind of smack them around. I get it, man. I've been there. Maybe you're watching this. Maybe you've been there. In the chat. Drop it in the chat if you've ever had a disagreement and you immediately wanted to smack the shit out of them. I get it. But to be on stage insulting someone's body and then to resort to violence as a 40-something-year-old man is absolutely crazy. Look at Myron's creepy smile, by the way. That's another guy. Myron, man, I'm getting ready. I'm trying not to. Myron, man, you might be up next.
You're going to attack me?
Nobody's whining.
He was actually pretty good during this whole thing. I know a lot of you guys don't like Myron, but I think he held it down pretty well. He tried to tone Wes down. Dude, chill out. And Wes was just on that roid.
Usually attack armed men in Florida?
So if you didn't watch my last video, you haven't seen this. This was a great comeback. This is Florida, by the way. So you can carry a pistol or whatever. Check this out. He's threatening him.
You're going to attack me?
Nobody's
Do you usually attack armed men in Florida?
Dude,
All right.
look
Let's
at
just
your goddamn self.
Okay,
guys,
well,
guys,
I've never
guys,
seen such a
dude.
pathetic
Guys,
motherfucker.
guys,
Okay,
let's
well,
chill out a little
I'll-
bit, man. A little bit.
Myron's like, guys, let's tone it down. Can you stop cursing, one, because you're going to get the video demonetized, which hurts. It costs money to get up and running. But also, can you stop insulting the guy's body? He's an asset to this whole movement, right? Whatever movement they're going for. What a fucking schmuck this guy is, huh? Schmuck on wheels. Schmuck on wheels. And look at his little... All right, this is me being a little silly here. But look at this. You see this guy to the right of him? This guy's name is, I think you pronounce it Yados. Yados. Just a carbon copy Spanish version of Wes Watson. Repeats the same lines he says. Less aggressive, but just canned Wes Watson liners. Yados. All day. Now, interestingly enough about Yados, and I'm not going to come after the guy, but what I will say is, I think it's funny. Wes Watson claims to be this hyper-masculine guy. It's the energy he gives off. Yados was a homosexual dancer. He danced nude for men in Los Angeles. He was public about that. Nothing against that, by the way. If you like guys and you're a man, God bless you. Do what you got to do. We're not judging you either way, but I thought it was interesting that his right-hand man is, has a homosexual background. Because he's, it's all about the woman you have, like what he said in this whole piece.
This is not what men look like.
Let's let him
What do they
finish
look
his
like?
point.
My bad, Yados. He caught a
Shit.
What do they
he
look
caught
like?
a he
Bald
caught
prisoners?
he caught a bullet.
Is that
He
what
had
they
to
look
catch a
like?
bullet.
This is the problem in society. Is people like this think they could talk to someone like me like that. They really.
I've had that same thought in my head before. Like, I'm a creator. So there's guys who hide behind avatars and you're like, you would never say this to me. You would never. Or to some fighters you criticize. You wouldn't. Not that the fighter would kick your ass, but like, you're a pussy. You would never say it. The difference is he's saying it. He's saying it to Wes's face while having a gun. And Wes is like, it bothers him that he thinks he can say this. Say what? You stole his limelight. You stole his time on stage. You don't have to be an actor or come from studying theater to know that you should not do that. Any of you guys ever do improv in the chat? If you've ever done any improv in the chat, drop a SG in the chat. Let me explain to you. There's a rule called the yes end. we're creating something on stage together. Yes, and you say something, I try to keep the ball rolling. It's an agreeable type deal. You can conflict a little bit if it serves the piece, but you completely broke the rules of what it means to be on stage.
I really think they can. He knows he wouldn't do shit about it, and that's the problem.
I mean, you're the one who got hostile.
What's up,
for having
Energetic?
a difference of opinion.
Dude, check it out. You started coming at me about some other shit. This is what the show is supposed to be about. I like this shit. So personally,
So do I.
enjoy it.
Yeah, I enjoy
But
blood sports.
We can
debates.
agree to disagree.
We can
We can move on, but Jesus Christ, men don't have tits. We can agree on that. Physically,
Men usually have hair. We can agree on that too.
Yo, the ruthlessness, the level of ruthlessness. He's not going to take this lying down. Everyone on that stage knows their brand is on. Look at Myron. Everyone knows that their brand is at stake here. And none of them want to give an inch. None of them want to give an inch. I can't just let you shit on me. Sure, I'm a chain-smoking, overweight guy who has horrible posture, but like you're bald. Right? You gotta what would you do? What do I do? I can't keep intellectualizing this process. You're bald. That's the only thing you really can say. The guy's jacked.
He has crossed over gender barriers.
It was a good comeback.
I think we can see each side has different opinions.
By choice, crossing gender barriers, by growing tits.
So
it would be really funny if he just wasn't such a narcissist.
what about you, brother?
All right,
Such an
nice.
asshole.
Crazy.
Being successful is effectively acting on your intentions. And I think I agree with Andrew that your intentions must align with something bigger than yourself. In my case, it's God, the Christian God. And so a success to me is fulfilling on your intentions, but maintaining your ethical standards. And if you're doing that as a Christian, you are, in fact, procreating. And if you're not, you're doing something that fills
see
in
your
that
messages,
gap
guys.
that's
Very
equally,
funny.
effective to contributing to a moral society. And I think if you're not contributing to a moral society and you're only contributing to a consumerist society,
I love that. And that was a very distinct statement. It's not that you can't have both, but he says if you're only contributing to a materialist society, that's where there can sometimes be a chance for moral decay. I do dig what he said there. And it was very specific. You have to pay close attention to what he's saying. He's not saying that you can't have a Bugatti, right? We're all. Are you a member of the Discord? If you're a member of the Discord, it's linked in the chat. But check what I just ate at a nice place. Brought my lady out. She's in the chat here, and we ate some really good food. I love luxury. Who doesn't love good food, good times, nice stuff? But when it's the actual bedrock of your life and the bedrock of your mission statement, that's where there starts to be
materialistic society, that's the only thing you're going to worship. And tons of people worship material things.
I mean, I get it, though. Like, this is what was killing me. I was watching this, and I was like, just sit up straight. Just tell him to sit up straight. You're on stage. My thing is, guys, you're on stage. This is not an anti-Andrew Wilson video here, but a little bit of that goes a long way. It's just good for you. Like, structural, it's good for you.
And flash it around, but it's vacant. It's spiritually vacant.
The craziest thing is, if you looked at the people who are supposedly materialistic, we've helped more people than these guys who claim.
Why is helping important to you?
I mean, because I know what.
I'm not going to reiterate what my views were on that. I brought out plenty of videos of him communicating with his clients behind the scenes, and it was pretty revealing, man. He's pretty barbaric in the way that he communicates. Like, he's like a real piece of work,
It's like to be at the bottom.
So are you helping someone if you give them an expensive watch?
Why do you think we just do that? You must not know who you're talking to.
I asked you a question. You didn't answer it.
I give them the habits to build themselves.
What did I ask
something.
you, though?
Said, am I helping them if I give them an expensive watch? I give them habits, a mindset.
So
the fact that he reiterated the question, like, Wes is not very smart. So he's a pretty good communicator when it's time to go. He's quick with what he has in mind, and he has his canned statements that he's really good at regurgitating. But if a man you're debating a man and he says, "What was the question?" Don't reiterate the question. You've given up your sovereignty in that moment. Like, he's too dumb to know that.
The answer is
Teach them how
no.
to operate.
So if you give them...
But you guys are assuming we're
Just
only
answer-
doing
no,
stuff
no.
about materialism.
Can a man answer a direct question?
Jesus Christ. These
See, the guy's pushing it. Bearded man's pushing it. Bearded man is pushing it, and Wes doesn't know what to do. He's like, do I just get up and throw the chair at this guy? It is embarrassing now.
fucking, these Karens
The answer
are
is
tough as
no.
fuck. Look at these fucking Karens.
Go ahead,
dude.
buddy.
How the fuck did these guys even get up here? Why would you bring me here with people like
You didn't
this?
answer the question.
Dude, fucking shit.
We got different of opinion here. Okay, go ahead, Miguel.
This is why they split it like this. I'm sorry you got put over there.
No, I know,
you don't really fit over there.
The guy in the sports jacket, no one knows anything about him. He's just over there. He has a handkerchief in his chest pocket. This is beautiful. He's like, I know. I'd like to be over there with you juice-headed weirdos. Fantastic. Fantastic. This whole panel is just cartoonish, bro. How much did the tickets cost to go to this panel? To hear what? I know Myron is bugging right now, too. He's sitting there going, I wanted there to be some perceived value. Tits! You got tits! That's what they paid for. Jeez Louise, man.
We need some other little fucking lame douche over there.
Oh, man.
I'll
Come
still
on,
answer
man.
the question.
Look at Myron.
Is giving someone an expensive...
Here's another thing. Myron claims to be an alpha male. I'm telling you right now, and I don't believe in, I really don't subscribe to the beta alpha thing. I use it as a symbol of expression to more submissive people versus more kind of A-type personalities. But let me just say that if anyone's watching and you're confused about where I stand on that, everyone has alpha components and beta components to them, right? Depending on circumstances and whatnot. But Myron is really showing his true colors here. I'm just putting myself, I can only speak from personal experience and who I know myself to be as a man in his 30s. If I'm the one hosting that, you're sitting down. This isn't, I think it's good content because it's everyone's talking about it. But if I don't feel like it's the way I want things to go, which is really the expression I see on Myron's face is a man who doesn't want things to be going this way. And he doesn't have the alpha ability to stand up and say, sit the fuck down, Wes, sit down. That's it. He doesn't have that ability. He's like a little kid in the chair. He's like a little kid, but he's a red pill guy. That's the issue with the whole scene is no one's actually that guy. You know what I'm saying?
watch.
When any of you guys really hang
Take
out
control.
with these guys,
This is not an argument.
like Jesus Christ.
They're skilled. They're
Fuck
skilled at
you.
some things.
Whoever fucking said
Hang
that.
on. That bass
Get
guy
you
right
in your
there just
fucking
said, hell
face,
yes,
little
shut up.
faggot.
That's fucking hilarious. You're awesome.
Go ahead, man.
The whole crowd
Yo,
says,
someone
we'd
said
hang out with
shut
him.
up
guys,
to Wes.
this is
That's
why most
incredible.
people don't invite me
Guys,
places.
Different guys
Yeah,
on the
we
panel
can tell.
have different skill sets and different things that they bring to the table.
We could tell his tits are all jiggling. He's got like a half a fucking jelly donut.
Hey,
or
bro,
one.
your toupee, it's still back there in the back. Go get it.
I shaved my head, you little faggot.
Are you
Shut the
sure
fuck
that?
Look at Myron. That was, you can't. He said, I shaved my head, you effing F. Oh, I love it. I love it. I knew this video would be worth going over one more time. You almost forget how funny it is. We gotta do this once a year, just go over this video. The toupee line was corny. I won't lie. Andrew's reaching a little bit now. The guy obviously shaved his head, but like we're going now on who's more flawed physically. This is good. This is prime content.
Hey, are you sure you shave your head?
Okay. We got
All right, go ahead, Miguel.
We're on Rumble, right?
Yeah.
We're on YouTube too.
Oh, well, fuck it. We do it live. We're not on my channel.
Live, baby.
We do it live.
There you go, Wes. You heard what Wes said? We're not on my channel, so I don't care. I'm getting paid to be. I don't care if your channel gets demonetized. Love it. Wes Watson revealing himself even when he's not intending to do so.
Bro, George Michael wants his pants back.
I get it. I made a little joke. I made a little joke about him wearing all white while on his period. I thought it was pretty funny. But that was like, George Michael is kind of a dated reference, right? You know who George Michael is, right? Well, you gotta have faith. That guy, homosexual guy. Yados would be like, yeah, I love George Michael. Yados sitting next to Wes like, I love Wham. I love Wham. That's a really dated reference as well.
God damn, look at whose shirt is that? Dude, your fucking mom bought you that. Your aunt bought you that for fucking Thanksgiving dinner. That's like Oshkosh Bagosh or some shit, bro.
Too dated, bro. What are you, my mom? My mom said Oshkosh Bagosh. She said that. I remember what's going on? Like, my mom was born like in the 50s. Wes, what is the dated references everyone's throwing out?
Welcome
Jesus
welcome to the
Christ.
roast session today.
Dude, any of you guys who fucking,
I feel like I'm
holy
in the locker
shit.
room.
If those are men to you guys,
God
go fucking kill
God
yourself.
forbid you say.
Wow. If you choose them as a leader as opposed to me, the almighty, go unalive yourself. Wow. Wes Watson, ladies and gentlemen. Because there can only be one true leader, chat. You understand the psychology of these people? There can only be one. That's what we call a messiah complex.
Watches are not important to this guy.
No, it's the thing about materialism. You
worship it, dude. You worship
These guys
it.
must have grown up with money.
Bro,
the
you
people who
worship
didn't grow up
material.
With money chase money. The people who
Worship
didn't grow-
materialism.
Shut the fuck up. You,
You
don't
worship
know me,
it.
you fucking
I can
lame.
tell. I can tell by your speaking.
How the fuck do you think you
Listen
know
how
me?
reactive you are. If someone
Shave
says,
your goddamn arms,
say you can't
bro.
deal with it. You can't.
By the way, Wee Long, whatever your name is in the chat, I don't know if it's Wee Long or not. You're a member you're a member here on YouTube, so I see your comments. He kept referencing the shave your arms line. I'm gonna replay it for you guys. Very funny. Very funny. Let's
Yo,
go
man,
back.
hope you had a good Memorial weekend.
Hey, my man, Southpaw Sparky, I appreciate it. I actually did. We had a great time barbecuing. Shout out to my man Jeremy Tone working here. We were together, my lady. We had a great time, ate really good food, and I appreciate the $10. Thank you very much. I was gonna get so I don't know if you're in here. Is it Wee Long? What's your name, brother? There you are, Wuhong Lee. Wuhong Lee has been throwing that line out since I posted the last video a few hours ago, and I saw the comment. What a lame ass statement.
You say
Look at
watches
this.
are not important to this guy.
No, it's the thing about materialism. You
worship it, dude. You worship
These guys
it.
must have grown up with money.
Bro,
the people
you
who
worship
didn't grow up
material.
With money chase money. The people who
Worship
didn't-
material.
I grew up poor. I was homeless as a kid. We're not going to get into like the woe is me, but it's the truth. I grew up dead poor in Yonkers, New York. And let me tell you something. Money is a motivator. It always has been, but it's not the sole driving force. You get what I'm saying? You should have a deeper purpose to what you're doing. You moron.
Materialism.
Shut the fuck up.
You
You don't
worship
know me,
it.
you fucking
I can
lame.
tell. I can tell by your speaking.
How the fuck do you think you
Listen
know me?
how reactive you are. If someone
Shave
says,
your goddamn arms,
say you can't
bro.
deal.
Wuhong Lee in the chat. Wuhong Lee in the chat. The most masculine thing you can do is shaving your arms. Now, I used to shave my body because I competed, right? You want to be slick. You don't want ingrown hairs, right? It benefits you to shave. If you're an MMA fighter or a grappler, it's very common. Buddy, or maybe if you're a bodybuilder because you have to, put your body on the stage and whatnot. You want to look a certain way aesthetically. But buddy, you just lift weights to lift weights. You shave. Why? You get what? The most not masculine thing you can boast about is the fact that you shave your body.
Deal with it.
Look at Yados. Look at Yados. I'm sorry, Yados. You're catching strays on the stream. His gay buddy next to him, shaving everywhere, shaving all the crevices. Look at Yados. Not three thoughts behind those eyes. No one's home. Nobody's home. The Spanish Wes Watson.
You can't deal with it. Why would I shave my arms? I'm a man.
Look at these pale
What the
fucks.
fuck
on
is
here.
wrong with you?
Okay.
Shave your body. Aren't you a man?
Look at this guy, dude.
Okay, let's let Miguel finish this real
Dude,
quick.
Let's post these guys.
Shave
chicks.
your pubes.
Hey, post these guys,
Guys,
women
guys,
back
guys,
here.
guys.
I want to see these
Guys.
guys women. Let's put these trolls back here.
Women are not.
I left this out of the final edit of the last video, so this is where he starts really reaching now. Now it's like, okay, I can't win on this moral sort of argument, so now we'll talk about people's women. Keep in mind that his current woman, if you just got to the stream, we already covered it, you can rewind, is a former stripper who has children with other men. There's nothing sexy about that.
This guy, dude.
Okay, let's let Miguel finish this real
Dude,
quick.
Let's post these guys.
Shave
chicks.
your pubes.
Hey, post these guys,
Guys,
women
guys,
back
guys,
here.
guys.
I want to
guys,
see these
guys.
guys women. Let's put these trolls back here.
Women are not objects in our world because we're not materialists.
Guys, relax.
I've never heard more
Relax.
lies in my life.
Relax.
This is one thing I don't like.
Wes,
It's
come on,
people
man.
who lie.
Wes,
You're crying.
Let's just
No,
move
no,
on.
no, 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 no. We're
We're
gonna
gonna move
continue.
on. We're gonna move
make
on.
you cry if you want.
We're gonna move on.
That's all
We're
you
gonna
got.
move on. We're gonna move on.
More violence.
We're gonna move
I
on.
could if you want.
We're gonna
No,
move on.
that's all you got is threats. And
We're gonna
brute
move on,
strength.
guys. We're gonna
I'm
move
a great
on.
speaker.
We're gonna
More
move on,
violence.
guys. We're gonna move on.
At least,
Okay,
I, can
Miguel,
answer,
go ahead.
at least
Miguel.
I can answer a direct question.
Guys.
Oh my
We're gonna move
God!
on.
How
Go
did
ahead,
you
Miguel.
bring me here? I thought this was like some real shit.
Wes, we gotta chill, man. We gotta chill.
I'll dip.
Wes,
I
go
don't
ahead.
give a fuck.
All right, what's success, right? Freeing the slaves. That's what it is.
Bombed. Buddy with the vest on, whatever, the sports jacket just bombed. He was like, all right, I got to follow that. I'm going to make some weird joke about freeing slaves. And it just bombed, man. Terribly. That's worth the price of admission right there.
Success, right? Freeing the slaves. That's what it is.
Get me out of here. Get me out of here, chat. What are you talking about? I guess that's part of his mission statement. It's like, join my program. We're freeing the mental slaves, right? The Matrix or whatever.
Mental slaves, man.
There we go.
That's what it is, man. And I gotta agree with Wes. You gotta help people out. Like you can't like.
Of course. Trying to align himself with the guys across the table. I'm not with these guys over here. I'm big. I'm 230 plus. I'm over there with Yados. I'm in Yados' lap.
It's true. This whole thing, right? I came from no money, immigrant, Mexican, having trouble with the body. You know, so shout out West.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't talk. Why is he on stage? You have to have at least a little bit of ability with the tongue. No, Diddy. You can't speak good.
Right. But you know, we've helped a lot of people. We made millionaires, and that's changed people's lives. That's helped people get fucking families, and now people have the time to fucking go to the gym, do everything. But it's about freeing your mind, and that's what I'm proud of, and that's what I do. That's what Charlie does. That's what most of these men
What's up,
on
Pat?
this panel do, is we free people from their
see
fucking
you
mental
there.
slavery. Period.
How do you? So I paid to get a seat at this conference, and that's all you're going to tell me? That your program? And look at these two guys in the middle. They got to sit next to it. This is. What did you just tell me? What are we talking about? Why am I here? Why are you guys here? Look at the guy with the side eye to the left. Hilarious. There's a lot of lost men. That's what it comes down to. Now, I think there's great leaders. You need men to lead, and maybe there are courses that really help, but I can almost guarantee that none of the guys on stage are the right fit. Look at this guy in the front with the all white trying to be like Wes.
Man. Well, here's the thing. I'll tell you this. We got a bunch of masculine guys on the panel because they're arguing with each other. So that's how you know.
Those are some stuff. Mr. Steal Your Bitch.
Yeah,
And
so
his buddy.
Keep shaving your body.
What I will say is this. I think
have
the
no
definition of success is a
comeback for the
combination
shave
of
your body
everything that
bit.
everyone on the panel has said, whether being free, being able to have a family, being able to have your money on point, being in shape, which I agree with 100%. If you are going to be married, you're free and you run the marriage the way that you want.
Those karate bodies.
Being free. I think all these...
He's still making digs on the bodies. That's all he
these
has.
attributes absolutely
Karate
make
bodies
you
is pretty funny.
into the top tier guy, and it really comes down to having all the pieces, right? We talk about Yu-Gi-Oh and all 5 pieces of Zodiac.
He can't
you
let
gotta
it go.
have all 5 pieces. The piece that I'm missing right now, which I will admit that
Hey, don't make a reference to Yu-Gi-Oh if you're an alpha male. How about it? How about it? You start talking about Pokemon. You know, Charizard, Bulbasaur. Hey, listen, guys. I'm paying you to be alphas on that stage. Do not talk about Charizard. Do not talk about Bulbasaur. Do not talk about Squirtle.
that Wilson has is that religion does matter, right? Whether you're Christian, Muslim, Jewish, etc. Understanding that there's a higher power and being devout to something and understanding that and following God is very important. That's something that I need to work on myself. And I'm definitely going to admit that, you know, I haven't been the best Muslim, especially when you have it all. I think the general message of Jet with 4 other women would
Make every goals.
Sorry for my never broke and I've been rich.
Oh,
I'm
look,
always gonna
Yados talks. Yados talks. Sorry, Yados, I got to do it to you, my friend. I have to do it to you. I got to do it to you.
gotta be proud of how you look at in the mirror. That's money on the side, you know. I've been broke and I've been rich. I'm always gonna choose rich, bro. You know, I've been fat and I've been in shape. I'm always gonna choose in shape. You know, so I feel that's the main message here. You guys got to be proud of who you are, because if not, you're not going to be walking around of your best version of yourself.
Well said. Okay, second question.
He liked that one. He liked that one. He not. You know when you say something and you're like, that was a good one. You're not an approval for yourself though. He said it and was like, that was pretty good. I think people like that. But nobody clapped in the crowd. Oh God, almost as bad as the vest guy with the handkerchief. What's happening? Now there's a section of it. It's not in this video. I'm not going to look for it, but there's a section where a guy comes up and asks questions. It's the Q&A portion of this panel, and he asked Wes something, and Wes just shits on him. It was classic. It was very funny. I thought it was very funny. So let me see what we have here. So we covered this already. Now, all right. So this is pretty funny. You guys got to stick around for this. So I saw that Wilson put up a response to the video we're about to cover, which is a video entitled "I Will Never Apologize" by Wes Watson. So this is him kind of, I guess you can say, responding to the criticisms that he's getting over this Fresh and Fit fiasco. So he, like I said, Wilson responded on his channel. I watched it briefly. It was a clip. Felt it wasn't very funny, engaging. Like I said, I was surprised that he wasn't as good of a communicator as he is on stage. I already went into what the deal is with that. But we'll watch it and I'll give my response to it, and hopefully we can have a little bit of fun here. By the way, someone just mentioned Charlie Z in the chat. If anyone can get a hold of him, I've been checking his Instagram. There's 2 different accounts. I'm not sure which one's him. I want to get him on the stream. Yeah. So let's get into it real quick. Let's take a look at this video. By the way, if you have anything you want to share for the stream, drop it in the Discord. Just drop it under the streams category, so I could see it there. You should be able to join. It's linked in the chat. The name of this video is "I Will Never Apologize."
Oh my God! Do you guys?
Let me move my head. I know I'm in the wrong position. That is great. Right away, starting out full tilt poker. Right out the gate. Move my head over here. It should be good.
You guys realize when you come to my page to comment, I own you. None of my people go to anybody else's pages. We're just on this page crushing it.
Are you though? Are you crushing it? So they're just on your page. And here's another thing. This is something you guys can write down for yourselves. You never, if you're talking to a camera, like I'm talking to you right now, I'm looking you in your face. Don't look at, see how I'm going to do this. I don't know if you guys can see me. Don't do this. See what I'm doing? I'm looking at myself in the reflection. This gives off a vibe of narcissism because I'm more concerned about how I look on camera than I am about communicating with you, the viewer. I actually learned that in like 2016 from some girl on Snapchat. It was like, don't look at this, look here. And it was a game changer. It really does make a difference. The whole time he's looking at the camera capture deal.
And our page is blowing our shit up. We don't go DM anyone, comment on anyone's shit. We don't go negative.
My name is Gus. Is this true? He apologized to Dubs today. Where can I see that? Where can I see that? Because I'd like to react to that if possible. Yeah, that's a tip you guys can use, Jim. If you're a creator and you're talking, if you're on your stories on Instagram, whatever, try to focus on the actual lens. I know it's hard because you can lose your train of thought. You're looking at a lens, right? It's easier to look at your face because you feel like you're talking to somebody, but it gives off narcissistic vibes.
Negative comment places. When you come to my page and take your time, I'm running you. I own the real estate in your mind. It's sad, but I get it. All you guys are the skinny 10-inch arm having titty little fucks like that stupid fuck on stage.
So let me get this straight, Wes. What you're telling me is that if any of us comment on a hypocritical narcissist and shed light on pitfalls that might befall somebody if they were to follow the lead of such kind of person, then we're wrong? Oh, we might profit in the process, but it takes time to produce. You're doing the thing you're criticizing people of doing without saying their name. You're responding. This is 8 minutes of a response to a guy that never bothered you. Make it make sense, chat.
None of you
He's too dumb to realize he's doing the thing he's claiming other people do.
guys will ever get me to apologize. What would I apologize for? Being on your guys' side, censoring a bunch of beta bitches? You guys are trying to censor a real motherfucker. It ain't gonna happen. You want all men to walk around with tits like that, bags
some
of
hairless
trash
arms.
like that, pussies like that. You fucking idiots.
Such a happy guy. So happy. You give Uncle Steve a few $1 million, the belly might grow a little bit, but listen, happy. I'm already happy, really happy. This guy's miserable. And it's because he's shooting a lot of tren. You guys know what tren? He's shooting a lot of steroids. And it's hard for the brain to function in a way that's healthy when you're dousing it with androgynous chemicals. Now, that's part of my issue with this guy is if you're going to have a product that you sell that has 13,000 plus members and it's about getting in shape and you basically make fun of people for not being vascular without disclosing the fact that you're a steroid abuser is the height of hypocrisy. It's not to say that I disagree with steroid use. Go for it. Use steroids, TRT, all that. Do it. But he's never disclosed that he does, but then he criticizes those that don't look as vascular and as big as him. He wouldn't look that way if he wasn't running the gear he was running. He would deflate in his 40s. You understand what I'm telling you? Telltale sign. If you see him flex, it's in my last video. I'm not going to pull up a shot of him. That's a little creepy. He has varicose veins. People that use steroids, right, get what's called varicose veins. You'll see it in their shoulders. It's those big squiggly lines. That's because the way blood is being processed in their body is breaking down the capillaries in their veins. You can look it up for yourself. I don't even know if I have it open, actually. I thought I had a... yeah, so here, guys. Can you see this? I don't know if you can see this. But this here, these varicose veins that Wes Watson has as well, this is from steroid abuse. The veins have to thicken and they create these big openings so that the blood can process. Otherwise, their heart would explode. This is very common in steroid abusers. And you will see it across the board. And you won't. That looks actually fairly natural, but I mean, could be. But Wes has those as well in the shoulders. So that's a telltale sign of steroid abuse. Point of the matter being, do what you want to do, bro. No one's judging you. No one gives a shit. But if you're going to sell a product and then guilt people for not looking a certain way, at least disclose the fact that you're on the gear.
You guys are part of the problem. Bunch of liberal fucks.
What does it have to do with politics? I'm not a liberal. I'm pretty damn sure the Christian fella who believes in monogamy and, conservative values is not because they disagree with you. They're liberals. That is funny.
Ain't no real motherfucker doesn't want to be a swole-ass man walking around all jacked. But guess what? The people I talk to, those are the 1% or less. The people who actually get up and handle it. While pussies are sitting there drinking and smoking with tits. Pizza all smashed up on their titties. Go ahead and
Pizza
run
on
the
the
comments
tits.
up. Run them the fuck up. I'll be here like every hater that tried to hate on me before. I always last.
Here's the thing, Wes. I do agree. You do last. You are a survivor in that sense. But what I will also say is I don't think I have it. Maybe I do. If none of this bothers you, chat, if you're Wes Watson, none of it bothers you. You're impervious to criticism because the criticism isn't justified, so it doesn't matter. Then why did you make your account private? Why is your account private if the criticism doesn't affect you? Hypocrisy. It's a private account.
And you guys are still broke fucks. All my loyal people, we all rise. We all just get in better shape. We all just change our lives. And the worst part about this is those comments are all bots. There's very few real people. And the few people that tried to call me out.
They're not all bots. Wesley Watson. Let's take a look at the chat. Now, I think I got to zoom in for you guys. You won't be able to see it. So let me just zoom in quickly. Give me 1 second because, I don't know how to actually do that. I remember there was one of these videos, one of my streams, you guys were coaching me through zooming. It was very funny. All right, so check this out, guys. They're all bots, keep in mind. If you're going by what this gentleman says, they're all bots. Okay, hopefully I'm not blocking the screen too much. Okay. What's wrong with eating Oreos? Okay, that's pretty innocuous. Ha ha, not one comment supporting Willy Wonka. Can't wait for the response reaction videos to this load of rot. Wes had Indian bot farm subscribe to him. Oh, the comment section would make sense if it wasn't full of hypocrites. Bob, let's see here. Let's see what I don't know if he's deleting them. Oh, one guy says I'm on your side, Wes. Okay. Oh. Ooh, wait a second. I see what's happening here because I checked these comments beforehand and they weren't the most supportive comments, chat. They were not. No. He's deleting comments. Wow. I had this open before, obviously, I went live, so I did a quick audit to make sure that the stream would flow well. He deleted the comments, the negative comments. Wow. Breaking news on the stream then. That's fact, by the way. I audited these, and there were some funny-ass comments. Now they're all supportive? Someone's playing a game and botting here. We got him, chat. Wow. I didn't know I was going to break that. This dude is absolutely deleting all of the negative criticisms. Wow. Almost makes you want to jump to that other video before he starts deleting stuff. But I'll hold off on it. That's foul, bro. This dude that's lame. That is lame. Hey, Blake Stelly, thanks for the 5, man. I think for some reason it didn't get put on the screen. I appreciate you. Thank you, Blake.
Don't those dudes have tits too? Why doesn't anyone ever pull up? I go to Elevation Gym at 5 a.m. on weekdays and 8 a.m. on weekends. Just pull up. Just fucking do it and quit talking in the comments.
Do you think he would fight if someone pulled up? Someone pulled up to his gym in Miami looking to scrap fist to fist. Man to man. Do you think he would go for it or would he bitch out? Drop it in the chat. What do you guys think? You think he'll actually shoot the one or no?
I don't go in no comments and talk shit. I don't even go to anyone's page and say I'm gonna fucking do all this shit. But that's the whole point. I ain't a fucking bitch.
No, you just make videos on your own channel criticizing people that you don't agree with and then deleting negative comments. That's
just
great.
Goes in comments and DMs and talks. I actually went to prison.
No, okay.
Doing shit. Every one of you guys will try to unmake what a real motherfucker does.
Bro, I can't believe he deleted the fucking negative comments, guys.
Fake ass bitches you grew up with and the pussies around you.
That shows that it's affecting him psychically because you don't address things that don't bother you. Now, if you want to delete a comment that's like ridiculously racist or like just straight hate comments towards like whatever, do what you want to do. I can understand that. But dude, like you're deleting comments for people criticizing you as an individual. That's crazy.
Don't elevate your level. Still got tits, still broke, still living a fucking stupid ass life. They're just going to hate on you. But it's all good. Because guess what?
It's all
my
good.
houses just get bigger.
Is it?
My cars just get better.
Materialist.
My audience just gets bigger.
Not the right kind of audience. Not all audiences are created equal. This is majority hate now. And interestingly enough, if you look at the views on his videos, they're going up 20K in 2 days. He does have 500,000 subscribers. He's not a shorts creator, so it's not numbers like that. But he has 20,000. But before all this hate happened, it was actually he was getting maybe 8,000 views per video, something like that. So this has definitely upkicked his relevance and his presence. But I don't think it's the right kind of viewership. And I think oftentimes it will die out as soon as people get tired of hating on him.
It's not shrinking. For every million losers that fucking come talk shit or view my shit, I get probably.
That's a great point. Jess says you can't get any better cars. You've peaked. That's true. He does have like a Bugatti. I mean, that's
3 or 4
Where do you go from
thousand
there?
real motherfuckers. And that's a lot of real motherfuckers. You know who the fuck, how the fuck could anybody
Should curse
call
more.
a man a motherfucker like that?
Curse a little bit more.
The thing is if I did anything to any of you motherfuckers, you'd call the cops on me so fucking quick, you fucking pussies. You know, you never been through nothing. You motherfuckers are about shit. Like I
Not everyone who criticizes us in life is the archetype of a quote unquote beta male. Like, I don't have to say this on stream, but we're all friends here. I would smash his head like a grape. He's shorter. He's lighter than me. He can't fight. Like, am I the guy? No. But in his mind, he's convinced himself that everyone that has an antithetical argument or a way of living life, which I've given the guy his flowers. There's certain principles that we align on. How he goes about the message, obviously, I don't agree with. How he criticizes people that don't agree with him is a sign of weakness. Blah, blah, blah. We're not on a moral high horse here. It is what it is. I don't like bullies. That's why I'm doing this live stream. I wanted to shit on him a little bit because bullies fucking blow. But the point is, bro, you're not that guy. You can't fight. Every time, and someone wrote this in my comments for my video, every time this guy's been challenged to a fight, he's declined it. I don't roll on the ground with guys. Then fight standing, bare knuckle. Fight standing, just boxing. Just fight. You're the guy who smashes people, then you fight. That's the thing. This isn't 1985 where you can just be big and then people think you can fight. The UFC has been in it's been created since 93. We all know what the thing is. You know what I'm saying? We all know what the real deal looks like.
I told you, 5 a.m. on weekdays, 8 a.m. on weekends. I'm there every day.
Someone's got to pull up on him. By the way, I am not suggesting any of my followers pull up on him. I am not suggesting that happens. Someone's going to. If you invite negativity into your life and conflict, it will find its way in.
Even before
Bad
that, I was
idea.
at the gym in San Diego every fucking morning. And all you fucking hot air blowing bitches who act like you're going to do anything never pulled up. The fact is, if you didn't have my name to say online, you wouldn't even have a fucking channel.
That's actually true for a lot of the people that do criticize him. They're actually not. They're not doing, like, they're not big creators. They don't have big followings. So it's actually kind of interesting.
Because you're getting paid, bitch.
Let's go, Jim Reefer, with the 1 month. There we go. Let's build this membership. I dropped an exclusive video update recently, so I'm dropping more exclusive content. If you want to become a member, feel free. It's a great way to support the channel. I don't take on sponsors. I don't know if I will in the future. Might have to, but I'm trying to avoid that. Are you doing a fight companion for the pay-per-view this weekend? I will be live for a lot of hours, so make sure you drop in with me. We're going to be talking all the shit. Hopefully we'll have a few people jump on the stream. We'll see what's up, but I'll definitely be here regardless. Thanks for for jumping on in. All right, what were we saying here about this guy? Chat, what were we saying? By the way, I can't see the chat. It's not that I'm only responding to that. It's I'm hearing the signal and then I'm looking. All right, the chat is on my phone, far from my eyes. It's not on my screen. I don't have a second monitor, so just know that I'm trying to keep the stream moving here.
So if you guys want my response to the...
Oh, yeah, that was the point. The point is, a lot of the people that do make it a business out of responding to him, dude, he is content. Someone in the chat just commented, you were like, content. He is content. And it would be fun for me to go off on him every once in a while. I probably won't do it unless there's like a big thing that happens, but a lot of those channels do make a business out of responding to him, and he's an easy target because he's such a weirdo. But that's not the case for all of us. I'm bigger. I pull more views. Not that that's the most important thing, but I didn't even use your name in the title because it wouldn't help my video. So just know that. So I think, again, this is all part of that megalomaniac type, like, without me, the only reason they're criticizing me is because of views. Bro, your name doesn't get views like that. Your actions as being a complete retard is what gets views.
The fresh and fit stage shit, I went back on their show first. I'm the reason it got a bunch of views. And guess what? I would never apologize to some titty-having fucks that looks like their mommy dressed them. What world do you got?
No, that's 100% energetic. I'm looking at what you're saying here now. Yeah, no, it's the truth there, First Last. I absolutely am bigger. Don't need him. You know what I mean? But his actions, to his point, is his actions do lead to viewership. And I never said I wanted to become a member. Rather, not a member. I never said I wanted to fight him. I just want to be clear about that. It's punching down. I'm not a bully. I'm not punching down. Wouldn't pass up on it. Would definitely allow him to strike, and I would only be able to grapple. Would do it for free. But no, I'm not calling him out. So it's all in jest. You become a member. There should be an option if you click that little $sign by the chat. I've never done it, but I think that's how you do it. Yeah, thank you there, Energetic.
Guys live in, where those are men. I don't give a fuck to say people's names. They fit the exact description of the fucking straight nerd, fat little bitches that I've been saying are a fucking problem.
Chat, we're not fat. Me and you aren't fat. We're in shape. What are you saying?
Since day one.
Chat, he's trying to get at you. That's what he's doing.
People like that. What the fuck is that? If I saw a fucking fat little fuck like that rolling up, I would just be like, did this piece of shit even try? What world do you guys live in where that's a stud? Oh yeah, your world. Your dream-ass delusional world.
I love
because
it.
You're at the same measurement as that little fucking lame.
Say his name, man. We all know it's Andrew Wilson. This guy got you so upset. You're sitting in the dark in your rented mansion. Just, I'll never say his name, but that fat mother. Yo, this is killing you, my man. You deleted the negative comments. I want to repeat to everybody that he deleted the negative comments.
Fucking stupid fucks. Straight up. You want to have the real Wes Watson come talking shit? Come say it to a motherfucker's face. Any of you bitches. Straight up. What do you want? This is the thing. When I'm on stage, same motherfucker. When I'm off stage, same motherfucker. And if anybody does ever want to come test me, same motherfucker. No, I'm not going to smack the guy in front of all you guys. Then you'd say, look how big of a bully he is. Look how brutal he is. But so much is
Let's go, man. Shout out to my man DBZ Freak holding it down for the chat, man. 5 gifted memberships. Bitch. I want to welcome you guys to the tribe. Like I said, I'm really trying to get more active. The only reason we weren't live, I already did a video on this, but I was having some hardware issues. I got a second camera set up for the interviews and whatnot, but I'm not going to distract you guys.
Because you're getting paid, bitch.
Ben Cohn, he's a blue belt, so he must have lapsed, and now he's back. Pawns, welcome, my man. Davzig, welcome, man. Blake Stelly,
paid, bitch.
Joshua, man, let's go. You guys are welcome to the crew. Glad you guys are here. The streaming is a big part of it. The more you engage with the content, the more chances you have of becoming a member if it's gifted. DBZ Freak, very generous of you, man. Appreciate you.
Smack the shit out of a fat little Oreo-eating fuck like that. Straight up. Give a fuck about any of your stupid shit. But
he's saying the reason he didn't attack him on stage is because of fear of criticism. Not because it's not fair. I'm a man who's saying I wouldn't want to fight Wes because it would be gruesome, grotesque violence that's one-sided. You guys would love to watch it, I'm sure. But he doesn't want to beat up Andrew Wilson because you guys are watching.
Guess what? Now I'm all emotional and triggered. You guys just want a finger to point at. Why don't you point at your loser asses for being so fucking broke and spending so much time in my comments?
You delete them. He deletes the comments. He deletes the comments.
I don't even know you guys exist. How sad is that? I don't even know you people, and you spend that much time in my life making videos about me. All these lames who have channels that just make videos with my name for clickbait.
Didn't use your name. Also, the chat seems to really love this, so either it's just me or it's a lot of people. Wes, sometimes you're the common denominator. I know it's hard to take responsibility. It's hard, chat, for people to actually look in the mirror and go, there's a lot of wrongs happening and it's directed towards me. Is it me? Or is it just everyone else?
Because I'm the most influential motherfucker. The
Narcissist.
only way you fucks could get any views with your fake followers and your fake bullshit is to put my name in it. Why do you think every video that has my name in it gets views? Because I actually have a fucking following.
Okay, let's do it. Should I do this to him? I'm not going to do it to him. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm not going to do it to him.
Not you motherfuckers. You have to put my name in the video to get views. That's fucking sad. But guess what? I've never had someone above me.
Here, again, didn't use it. Oh, the live, I think I use it. No, this live will get a few thousand views regardless, so it's not how I get my views. Long form, we did not use his name for a reason.
Really had a big following or was killing it, have to say my name once. It's never happened. Why do you think I don't say your bitch little low-life names? None of you fucks names will ever come out of my mouth because you ain't getting no
Yes,
clout.
the belt is rankings for members. So after like a month, you know, we got some promotions here. We got some blue belts in the chat.
You guys say my name?
Blue belts, white belts, purple belts, brown belts, black belts, coral
Get all
belts.
the clout. So keep saying my.
It's not relegated to how much you've spent in terms of like your tier. It has nothing to do with that. It's just it's time spent as a member.
Fucking name. Keep saying it. Keep saying it, motherfucker.
Pentaclown, would I accept? I'm just gonna say this. I'm looking into the camera, talking to you guys. He would never, ever call me out, ever. And again, I have no interest in fighting a man to prove my dominate. You know, I'm a man in his 30s. He's a man in his 40s, who's never fought, by the way. But would I turn it down if he called me out to a fight? No, it would be impossible for me to do it. It's a guaranteed win. It's a guaranteed win. Why would I? And why would I deny my audience of an entertaining time and of content? That would be selfish of me. So Pentaclown, I'm not gonna do that.
Because you fat little fucks with your tiny little
He's
arms
not done yet.
And your stupid beliefs, smoking your cigarettes and drinking and thinking you're men. Go.
By the way, I'm completely sober. So it's not that I'm judging him. Why are you being critical? I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do anything. I'm completely sober for many years. So I understand where he's coming from. With that, I think, you know, certain guys, you know, but dude, you're shooting a lot of juice. I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying, like, let's not act like you're all 100% is what I'm saying. Let's not act like you're all 100%, pa. Your neck veins, the varicose in the shoulders. We already went over that.
Fucking, what the fuck? Just take a picture of yourself with your shirt off and make that the next thumbnail. See how many views you get. You'll get the most ever because everyone will be like, what the fuck is that shit? That guy really looks like that? Holy shit. Is he fucking blind? The fuck is the matter with all you people? Oh, wait. It's not that many people. It's 1 or 2 or 3 people that got yelled at by me and punked like a bitch, didn't say nothing back, and then they decided.
There was a reason, chat, that I didn't go after him initially. This took 3 weeks for me to decide to even record the video that I just posted. Because I didn't want to have to do it. Like, I think there's some positives. I'm like, I let everyone else shit on the guy. I'll post when I post about something else. It's just the more it would pop up on my feed and I saw the bullying tactics. And then when I saw the double down on it, I was like, damn, why you got to bring me out for this? So now I'm doing it. You know, he's just a prick. You know, you're just a prick. And we're public figures. We are going to get criticized. I get fucking made fun of all the time. You can't call me a bully at this point in my life, but if I mess up, you guys will hold me accountable. He's unwilling to be held accountable is the point.
I decided to be a West hater and make
Liver Queen
pages that go comment a bunch. No, those are real accounts. All those with all those numbers and all those numbers in the fucking username, yeah, I bet those are real accounts. Fucking lames. Anyone who believes in this shit, anybody who doesn't just come on here to get value, the fuck is the matter with you guys? Like, literally, if you believe those are men, hey.
But my question is simple. I get the idea that, guys, spending your whole time hating is not a good way to live your life. I can agree with that. But you dedicated an entire video, the one in which we're watching, to trying to counter argue. It's a completely negative video. So what value would we be getting from the video you just posted? Because SG is looking for some value, aren't we, guys? We're looking for value. We're waiting to gain some sort of insight that's going to help us revolutionize our lives, and all you're doing is bitching. You're bitching as a man in his 40s who has money, apparently, right?
Keep following them. You're going to make it very easy for people like me and my people to thrive. Because if you guys are our competition, damn, let's go.
Competition in what? In coaching, self-development? What? In a fight? In a fight? Like what? What are we doing? What are we doing? Nobody knows what we're doing. We're just doing things. Look at him, look at him. And look, see, this is the point. This is why people get on him. Look at him flexing.
So some of you guys who follow me on Instagram are not.
Come on, my guy. Well, you guys can see this pretty clearly here if you're watching. I don't know how many guys can see this. But there's been a tremendous, not really tremendous because he's been out for a while, but his videos are certainly, I would say there's a little bit more attention on him now. And what's funny is he's posting, people are hating on him. And I don't mean hating, that's the wrong term, but people are criticizing him. And it's definitely not bothering him. All right, so this is the latest video. That was 2 days ago. That was a direct response to Wilson and whatnot. And so this video dropped today. Haven't watched it. I might skim through it. We'll have a few laughs. Let's see if he deleted the comments for this video. I'm going to look at him now before he starts getting crazy with the fingers and deleting. Wes, George Michael wants his pants back. Got him. Wes only responds to Meat Rider fanboys. Okay, so basically to sum it all up, his response to everything going on right now is, quote, "I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever you say bounces off of me and sticks to you." Wow, these comments are better than a Kill Tony episode. I'm dying. You must have talked about this topic a million times because it bothers him. Wesley ruled his parents' suburb with an iron fist. He went so hard even his high school principal was out to get him. Jeez. I'm not sure if you guys can see the comments or not. I'm sorry, I don't believe anything this guy says. Inside, you learn to respect others. I don't find that here. Never any woman around, not even a poster. I ain't buying. Oh, he's insinuating that Wes is gay in the comments. That's pretty crazy. Maybe. Never any woman around, not even a poster. I ain't buying it. And when has a man ever been a man under his profanity-stricken definitions? Wow. I'm a badass cause of jail. Proceeds to make Instagram private cause he can't handle the hate. Yo, these comments are crushing his soul. And that brings me to another point before we get into the actual this actual video. I want to say this while I have some of you here. And some of you guys commented in my last video and you were like, "Oh, you went to prison, yada yada." You were criticizing. I'm not criticizing you for going to prison. There were plenty of opportunities in my youth where, I could have maybe been doing some time. And fortune worked out well for me and I learned from my mistakes. So I'm not sitting here criticizing that. It's like guys who are like, "Oh, I hate socialism. Everything about socialism is bad." I'm making a correlation for you. I grew up on welfare. Without that socialist program, I wasn't eating as a kid. And some of you watching this can agree with that. So this black and white shit is a little crazy on you guys too. He did prison. That's not the bad thing, because a lot of people do get reformed from prison. This is the issue. He uses prison as some sort of "I'm a prisoner" thing. Like it's something to, what would be the word? Something to wear as a badge of honor. Like in some way, the fact that you're a prisoner or a former prisoner, former inmate, I should say, that we should somehow suck your shit. Buddy, you made a mistake. You got caught. You're a loser for getting caught. And then you seem to think that that's some sort of thing to hold on to as a testament to your manhood in some way. That's where people lose their shit. And for good reason. People are absolutely shitting on him. That's a big part of his message, though. It's this idea that his channel is literally called Penitentiary Life. Like, without that, but the whole thing, if you watch my video, is predicated on a lie. He never did 10 years. And I'm not talking about getting off on good terms because of good behavior. He was never sentenced to 10 years. He claims to have done prison in California. He didn't. He did a stint in another state. He was arrested in Cali. He said he was level 4. He if you look at all of his pictures in jail, he has it's a bunk bed. It's like a communal space. I don't think he went over level 2. You know what? So when your whole brand is predicated on like this thing and the thing isn't completely true, that's crazy. Let's see what he says in this one. This is the latest video where everyone's completely destroying him. I encourage you guys after this stream is over to maybe, if you haven't watched my latest video, check that out better because it's a concise, direct shot on West. But check the comments out on this video. They're really funny.
Rule number one, never pay attention, never listen to, never adopt the ideals of a man you don't want to be in the same position as. If he does not possess, live, or even closely resemble the life you want, do not listen to him.
I like that part of it. I do agree that if I don't want your body, I'm not necessarily going to take advice from you. You're like telling me you only have to eat beans and rice. Beans and rice is all you need, but you look like crap. It's like, yeah, well, yeah, I'm not going to listen to you. But that's not to say that certain individuals look a certain way and don't have great knowledge. So I get the premise, but again, it's these black and white messages that oftentimes are ineffective.
If you know a man has settled and given up, look at his wife. Look at his life, straight up. It hurts you guys so bad. It hurts you guys so bad because you quit. Is one thing I would never fucking do. I've never settled for a set of life circumstances that I did not want. Even in prison,
He's sitting like that because he has to flex the bicep and the Jesus. You know, a man of God here, right? Giving off that energy. He's a man of God.
Pushed to have everything I needed above and beyond what everyone else had. I had cell phones the whole time. Go scroll down my page. Cell phones the whole entire time. Delano was when they first started hitting with the smartphones. Before that, flip phones. You couldn't even go on Instagram.
I agree what Gio just said. The real world is nuanced. I absolutely agree with that. Now, I also get that sometimes you have to, if you're writing like my newsletter, you have to be direct. You can't always be super nuanced because you have to deliver a direct message that impacts the reader or the listener or the viewer in this case. And too much nuance makes it just like, what are we watching? What are we, so I get it, but he just hammers it to the point where it's like, dude, this is cartoon behavior. Like, you got to have a little bit of give, right? And I know what he's doing. It's the same thing that like Tate has done. A lot of guys have done. I would experiment. When I was I still have my private, and it's free, by the way, my community on Instagram where I post, ways that I'm living my life, self-development type stuff. And I remember when I was reposting it on YouTube for a while, I can't do that as much, by the way. And the reason I'm not doing it is because YouTube only allows 3 notifications per day. And if I post a short, let's say a video alive, those notifications are more important than, no offense, the community posts that are self-development oriented because I post them somewhere else anyway. So if you want to see those, check out my Instagram private community. It's completely free. But the point of what I'm trying to get to is I would experiment here on YouTube, on YouTube community. And I would say, you know what? This is a good piece about your morning habits, but I'm going to throw this line in here and I'm going to watch how, as a human experiment, I want to see how people respond. Say something about features. Say something that's anti-weed. Again, experimenting with my fan base. Who the fuck are you to tell me how to live my life? Like serious fun. And for me, it was fun. And I can see why an individual will go deeper down that draw because you're getting engagement. Guys like Tate do that very well. I could have went crazier with that, right? Wes does that very well. It's what you guys respond to. Oftentimes he'll continue to lean into, right? Criticizing the body is one that gets people upset because a lot of people in America are overweight.
Any sort of fucking.
But anyway, that was a funny experiment I was doing for a while. Just like all of its real value, but then I'm going to throw in a line or two that I know will, and like clockwork, guys, people lose it. Specifically with like anti-weed stuff, because I know, most of you guys in the chat probably still burn or whatnot. And that just triggers people. I love it.
Smartphone action. It was just Samsung flips and the Nokia little brick phones. That was it before. Scrolling Facebook by the window trying to get a signal. So about 2014, when the smartphones hit at Delano, that's when we knew for sure black and white.
He's trying to deliver value, but I know it's going to deteriorate.
And I didn't even know what time people were just doing motivation because I had no outside connection to a positive quote that fits it. Man, this is going to be putting out positive quotes, and it made me feel Because this is the whole thing.
What's coming?
I was finally proud of myself. Before prison, I was a wreck who loved to talk so much. A full lid and then getting shipped off to prison. This way, and that's the stoic.
This is fun.
Never
You can't.
seeing a family
Chat.
member.
Chat.
There is nothing easy about this, but these times are what turn you into the individual that can keep doing the work when he doesn't get his way. And that's the stoic mindset that makes someone successful.
So I don't know if you guys are aware of what just happened, but you cannot preach stoicism. You cannot preach stoicism if you cannot deal with criticism. A big part of the Stoic philosophy is to be able to endure this experience without allowing the external world to dictate how you feel internally. That's literally the opposite of what we've seen from this guy across the board. So what is this then? What are we even talking about in this chat, right? What are we talking about? We're talking about a guy that's unwilling and incapable is a better word to even see what the fuck the problem is. You can't even see it. That's the worst kind of ailment. I don't got a problem, bro. I'm good. I could snort this coke. Same thing. You don't see the problem. Can't change if you can't see the problem.
People ask me how I post all the time. How do you never miss a post? How do you stay on top of all this shit with life and this and that? Motherfucker, I love it. I've loved it since I was in prison. It gave me a route and it gave me a platform to speak to people. Even if I came back to my cell or finally got back to my rack and saw that
he had to switch it up. So this has been a great live. I hope you guys have had a good time hanging out, man, because this has been funner than I expected. I was really thinking, like, how far can I go? Because, like, I genuinely don't enjoy sitting around talking about other men. But he's just fodder, bro. He's content incarnate. He is content incarnate. This is not meant as hate, by the way. A lot of people like to make this these things mutually exclusive. If you judge someone or you're using some form of discernment, you're hating on them. Stop it. Stop it. They're different. They're different. And if you can't tell, then you're a moron. Do me a favor. But he had to correct himself because what we just talked about, he said, when I get back to my cell, there was no cell. It was a rack because it was a communal sleeping area. I don't think they do that in level 4. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. I'm not sure if that's the case.
15 messages or comments or likes even. It was still a lot to me because I wasn't used to speaking to that many people a day. Probably the 4 or 5 dudes that were in my little workout crew. That's all I would speak to in a day and a couple homies. But
Yo, Jax, what's up, my brother?
You guys don't get it. People are different from what they went through. Overcame it. Literally fucking your life up because it's so comfortable. And someone like me lives a life of discomfort, comes out here, refuses.
Let's go, Blue Raven Gaming with the 1 gifted membership, man. Thank you very much. Shout out to Ace. Yawada.
People are just.
Oh no, that's not you. Tony Work.
Do you know what that
Tony
does
Work
to
gets a
you,
gifted membership. That's very funny. By the way, you're like, Tony's not a member, but he has the what is it called, guys? He has the moderator thing. I've known Tony since I was 11 years old, so that's the reason. It's a different relationship. Known him forever. But that is funny. He keeps getting gifted. I really think someone else deserves that. Tony, pass that off to somebody, man. I don't know if you can pass it off. Someone else should get that.
If you're wishing failure on someone, I've never.
Yo, but you're the man.
Anyone you
appreciate you, Blue Raven.
Could hate.
Check out Blue Raven's channel, by the way. He's a gamer.
I have a problem with. I have never, for 1 second, wished failure on them. Do I call them titty having little broad fucking bitches?
Let's go.
Because they make me sick.
The delivery. This guy should be a stand-up, man. The delivery. Because they make me sick. Oh, no, that is too funny.
They literally make me sick because they're what society's comprised of, and everything respectful.
He couldn't. So, by the way, I let the beginning of this video play, which, you know, has cost me a few viewers because it's not, we're not. So he's actually kind of like speaking calmly and giving you some perceived value. But the reason I did is because I knew it would deteriorate in the second half.
Went away with these bitches, these liars.
Yes.
Like these fucking video game playing.
Yes.
Losers.
You hear that, Blue Raven?
Say that it's not about money.
He's talking about video gamers.
Being in shape.
Nobody said it was all about that. These are aspects of life.
Dennis, I agree with that. Someone definitely should give 284 memberships. Everyone deserves memberships in this chat for sticking around.
Your avatar on your video games is not some fat little blob that matches you. You guys make your avatar on your video games with a square jawline and muscles. But I guarantee you guys make your avatars on your stupid video games look completely different than your stupid asses. Because none of you motherfuckers really understand the way you look. And this is the thing. This is the saddest part. You think it's just all about being intellectual? You motherfuckers don't realize how bad it fucks your life up to physically not be in great shape. When you let your body decline, your mindset goes with it. You don't have
We agree with that, Wes. That's all fine.
To want to be a bodybuilder. You do have to be active every day, and you do have to eat in a certain manner that has you with low body fat and a high level of lean muscle tissue. How the fuck does anyone...
But where does the trenbolone play into this? That's what I want to know. So I understand what you're saying here, Wes. You're saying that lean body, etc., health. But where does the steroids play into that? Because as far as I'm concerned, an enlarged heart is not part of the deal here, right? An enlarged heart. All right? Am I tripping? Yo, DBZ coming through with another 5 gifted memberships. Let's go. Let's go with DBZ Freak. Bitch. Let's go with DBZ Freak. Damn, DBZ Freak. We got to get a plaque made for DBZ Freak. Appreciate
because you're getting paid, bitch.
Appreciate you, man. Traden was gifted blue belt.
Because you're getting paid,
Oh,
bitch.
Dennis is back. Dennis is back in the... He's got his blue belt. Dennis is living off of gifted. I respect it, man. I respect it.
Because you're getting paid,
Guys
bitch.
are getting blue belts just from sticking around off gifteds. Herm Core, Earth Strong. Maynard's back. Maynard was gone, I think, for a little while.
Because
Maynard's
you're
back.
getting paid, bitch.
All right, man. I don't know who else. What's going on? Who's getting paid, bitch? All right, you guys are the best. We appreciate you guys, man. We're gonna get a plaque made for you. You and Hatch. Hatch is not in here today, but Hatch goes crazy with the gifteds. That guy.
Ever justify that this isn't a better way to live? Let's ask him.
Shout out
You have a
DBZ Freak.
choice. Starting tomorrow, you fat idiot. You have a choice tomorrow to slowly get fatter every day, or to slowly get more shape every day.
It does, Ben. It does. If you just hang out on my videos, leave some comments, leave a like, you'll get gifted.
You're going to incrementally get in better shape. Which one would everybody choose? Exactly. Which one do they live? The latter. I'm glad.
He has small nuts, for sure. Pause. You know, it shuts your balls down, so he has those little balls. You know, big ass biceps, small balls. You know? I don't know, maybe it's a good trade-off.
That most
people aren't looking at my balls 24/7, but they're looking at my biceps.
Of the world who knows about me doesn't agree with me. Because there would be no fucking point at being at my level if every fucking dumbass agreed with me. There's only a select few that are even going to do the work. Most of the motherfuckers that talk shit to everybody. Pages, I'll never come say your name or be on your page.
Yeah, but this is the thing, Chad. I want you to take note of this. You don't have to say somebody's name. You don't have to say explicitly the person's name. We all know you're talking about the Wilson character. We all know that that's the person that has you burning up inside. That chubby, chain-smoking dude who has terrible posture, who can't break an egg, has you losing your mind. Now, this is a sign of a person that has a real deficit internally, someone who never really matured. And they say this about drug users. I don't know if you guys have drug users in your family or if you yourself have went through this, but oftentimes if you start picking up a narcotic addiction, your maturity will actually stop at the point you became an addict until you get clean. So it actually sort of stops your ability to mature. I think that may have happened with my man in prison. He never really got past what it was, maturity wise when he was super young. You have this person now that's just acting like a child.
Page or be in your comments talking about what you do. I say everything that I feel on my page. I use no names because I don't need your clout. You guys need my name for clout. or you ain't gonna get that many views. You get way more views when you talk about the boss. Understand that.
Called himself the boss.
You just basically are admitting that.
Called himself a boss, but it wasn't like a joke. Like I call myself Uncle Steve, but it's tongue in cheek. He said it for real. He called himself the boss for real, without any kind of irony. Wow, man. These guys are going in on him. He's gonna start deleting them. That's why I'm covering him now. So funny. Yo, he's starting to delete him, I think, guys. I think he's starting to get rid of the negative comments. He doesn't want any criticism going his way. Check the video out when you get the chance. I think it's definitely worth it. Very funny. I'm going to leave this on for about 60 seconds while I'm taking a urination. But let's go back to the Wes Watson that people really loved. When he was on the park bench, he wasn't worth money. He had just gotten out of prison and started putting these videos out during the pandemic where people were sitting at home. So he gained a lot of traction in that time. He couldn't sustain this level of viewership on YouTube, but he parlayed it into an Instagram career, which has done well for him financially. Because there's always a new guy that's looking to get robbed. There's always a new schmuck that needs to be led, and he's done a good job at that. So take a look at this while I piss. It's kind of some of the funnier moments, and then we'll move on from there. Give me 60 seconds.
And the shit out here when a simple ass, bitch ass, straight up princess tells me that he's having trouble sleeping. Motherfucker, man. Your bed is so comfortable. Your life is so good. You let that shit run a train on your soft ass. Shit was crazy as fuck. Went to the first gas station. I went in and bought a protein shake. That shit tripped me the fuck out. Everything was crazy. Everything was moving real quick. I don't participate in sickness, but that's just me. I remember one time the craziest tornado came through Sayre, Oklahoma, tore the whole place up, and all they do is come running by. Get on your beds. They're freaking out. And me and my boy in his cell were smoking a joint when they came rolling up. We're just blazing, and the dude's like, "Hey, get on your beds. You tripping about?" I'm like, "Hey, dude, what are you tripping about, man?" And we don't even care at this point. We're just lit. We're blazed. And they're saying there's a crazy tornado. This tornado tore up the whole county. But this is something we weren't used to. We don't know what the fuck tornadoes are. I've taken so much pride in not being pleased for so long that life is a breeze to a motherfucker, man. People, how do you do it? 245. Shit, this shit's easy. I hop in my Benz and I go to the gym. Because I earned it. Everybody asks me, "Hey, Wes, you tell good stories." I say it's hard to fuck up your story. Fuck all the bullshit. When you shower in the pen, it's out of respect that you shower with your motherfucking clothes on. You keep your clothes on in the pen when you get in the shower. You enter the shower with your clothes on. You wash your motherfucking clothes in the shower with them on.
I let the hose fire freely, by the way. I was seeing the chat.
Strips out.
Yo, so what's crazy?
Leaves his dirty clothes.
What's crazy?
Top.
I don't know if you guys saw that one movie with Robert De Niro. Robert De Niro, by the way, is off of his mind. Off of his mind, Steve. He's out of his mind. He's off his rocker, is what I meant to say. He's completely losing it. Did you see what he recently said about Trump? He's going a little crazy. You've been a millionaire since 72, bro. Take it easy. Take it easy. So out of touch. I love Robert De Niro, by the way. He's an absolute acting idol of mine. But anyway, Wes Watson looks like his character in that one movie. What's the name of it? Cape Fear? Man, when you got that bald and shit and you got the slick, man, damn. With the goatee? With the pandemic tee?
Top of his shoes and then comes in the shower butt naked like a fucking weirdo. And he's just, it's time to put it.
And a lot of these videos are him talking about stories that never happened, about him just beating guys down. But there have been people who went to prison with him that say like a lot of this stuff is hyperbolic. In other words, he's never done any of this stuff. But it makes for good videos, and especially if you look the part. Looks a little bit smaller here, though. It might have been hard to get your hand on gear during the pandemic. I don't know.
Motherfucker. And I turn to worm and
there you go, varicose. We see him. We talked about this earlier in the stream. That juice vein that runs through you. That's typical, man.
Other fool, and I go, "Where the fuck Rick go, dude? What's up with him? What's up with that fool?" And they go, "He's probably fucking sharpening his piece. How you just talked to him? He's probably in the room sharpening a piece." I just got the fuck up. I said, "Motherfucker, you better be making a motherfucking machine gun."
This was the phase that I guess he was going through, where he would in order to get his idea across, he would have to do these like jolting explosions. Let's see that again.
Machine gun. Fuck the motherfucking food. Motherfuckers in the pen always fucking said, oh, I'm gonna wait till I'm 90 days to the house and I'm really gonna get jacked, Wes. Can you help me? I said, fuck no, I ain't gonna help you 90 days to the house. Get your ass the fuck out of here. And they're like, what the fuck? Why? I said, because I'll help you if you start right now, dude. The fuck you waiting for? This is your motherfucking life. And why do you think you're still gonna be alive in 90 days, you simple motherfucker?
Oh man, dude, I can't. It just gets to a point, chat, where it's just complete bullshit.
Wes, how's the?
I'm truly. Let me just talk to you guys for a second. I'm truly. I hit him in the head as many times as I could in this video. I don't know what we really talked about. I know we talked for a while about it, but I wanted to end this on somewhat of a funny note and cover more of the comedic takes. I don't think he intended to be funny, which makes it even funnier. This is unintentional humor, but I think that's what we'll kind of cap on, because the criticisms are the criticisms of the guy. He's an absolute walking contradiction. There's going to be truth and lessons that we can learn from people and everyone. There's people like you guys who, maybe there's a few of you guys in the chat that live a really terrible life or aren't even the best people, but there's lessons you can teach. Like us as black belts, what we always say is like, you can learn from a white belt. You can learn something from Wes. There's some truth there. It's not that. You know what it is? It's the other stuff that really ruins and affects the message. But let's see if we can find some other funny moments. I can expect that there's going to be a lot of explosive
How'd you get
tantrums.
so big on prison fucking food? First off, fuck the motherfucking food. I remember this fool, man.
First, fuck the food.
He died. Rest in peace. His name was Evil. Sounds fucking sick to you? Don't go to fucking prison then. He's covering up his face. He's like, oh, okay, I'm good. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna uncover your face, bitch. I'm gonna move your fucking hands, bitch. And he moves his hands, and I just start just digging 2 fingers in his eye, like as deep as I could. Just, oh, motherfucker, what? No fucking meds taken. I've had people write me, and they say, well, what if I have this, and what if I have that, and what if I have this, what if I have insomnia, what if I get claustrophobic? Motherfucker, you better drop all that shit. That shit don't exist in there. Okay, it's all good, dog. And I would fully side with you. I would side with you. I would draw you in. Oh, it's cool, dog. Like, my bad. Hey, my bad. And then I'd wait for you to get lax. And then, oh!
Chat, do you guys think these stories are true or not? Do you think this is actually truthful statements or just out of his mind nonsense?
I've seen
Let's let a few more play through.
Comments like, Wes isn't even happy.
A few more funny ones play through.
He has no chill in him. Motherfucker. Take your own advice, man. I'm perfectly fine. He's probably fucking sharpening his piece, how you just talked to him. He's probably in a room sharpening a piece. I just got the fuck up and said, motherfucker, you better be making a motherfucking machine gun. Now, the cops had a fucking bell on the counter, and every time a dude locked it up at the desk, a dude would come up to the desk and just tell him, hey, I don't want to go GP. I don't think I can make it. And then the cops would hit a fucking bell. Ding! Flipped his cuffs. Just blah, blah, blah. Just starts lighting him up.
Here's the thing, man. Like I said earlier, well, whatever, like a half an hour in the stream, half an hour ago, I clearly stated that what you do as a creator is you see what works. The audience will tell you what they want, even if they don't know they want it. And you kind of lean in towards that. That's what this guy's doing. He posted a video, I'm sure. I don't know which one it was. Again, I wasn't watching him during this era. And he went off the deep end. He said some crazy shit, made up a story, and people responded to it. And guess what happened? He kept doing it. Of course he's going to keep doing it. Of course you're going to keep doing it if you're getting views and you're getting positive, like, reinforcement, basically. Oh, if I bug out right now and I claim that I beat someone within an inch of their life, you guys are going to like this? I'm going to keep talking about it. And then I'm going to add this little thing where I do that and people are going to bite on it. Come on now. Yeah, Brave, of course, man. What do I always say on this chat? I always tell you guys, I prefer going live over everything else. I hadn't been live for 9 days. But I prefer live over every other form of content. I like the improvisational component of it. I like talking to you guys too. You guys crack me up. If there's anyone in the chat that wants to get absolutely mollywopped in UFC 5, speak now or forever hold your peace. Because I wouldn't mind running through a few of you guys. Pun. No pause. Pause, rather. Pause. Definitely pause. Smack me, please. Yeah, so you guys can definitely hit me up on that. Well, I'm just reading the actual chat. Now I'm going to talk to you guys for a little bit. I think we've covered Wes enough forever. I hope to never have to talk about him again. Yeah, man, I'm working at home watching. Okay, love it. I want to take somebody up on a fight in UFC 5, the game. I used to end the streams. It's like our 21st stream, by the way. We haven't done a ton of them here, but we would usually end them on some gaming. But last few ones we haven't. We actually haven't. UFC 5 on PS5, guys. UFC 5 on PS5. I know we do need it on PC for sure. Yeah, Discord live calls. Actually, that works now. My Discord works. I'd have to hook up the second camera, but I could definitely do that. So somebody in the chat said something interesting and I missed it. Damn, dude. Someone said something that I thought was valuable in the chat, and I can't remember or see who it was or what you guys said. Dude, I never played Warzone, man. I don't play first-person shooters. Honestly, the only game I play, actually, UFC 5, I just downloaded Red Dead Redemption 2, never played it. And I played like the first mission, but I don't have the time or attention span for it. That's why it's so easy to just jump on UFC 5 if I'm live. Bah, 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 and then basically dip out. You know what I mean? Yo, peace out, Dennis. Dennis, I loved how Dennis does it. Dennis comes in, gets a free gifted membership, hits the sack. That's a professional. Round of applause. That's a professional right there. Yeah, but that's kind of the whole vibe I had on Wes. Like I said what I said about him. I think most of us are, it seems like most of us are in agreement when it comes to this guy. You know? What are you guys saying? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, Red Dead seems like a really legitimate game. Seems like a great game, man. But it's something that you gotta really lean into and dedicate time to. It's hard, you know. I always feel like I'm not working enough and doing enough, and so that it's hard to excuse that. I actually plan on streaming a lot more, creating a lot more, and bringing in different segments. So it might be a little bit difficult to. It might be a little bit difficult, basically, to dedicate time to such a crazy open world game. You know, a lot of you guys in the chat asked me, "Yo, Steve, would you fight Wesley Watson?" And here's the thing about Wesley Watson. Let me just explain something to you. I'm not opposed to fighting these influencer types. I don't categorize myself as any of those things. What are you saying here? Because I was going to jump to something. You should give subs if you lose at UFC 5. Yeah, can I gift subs? Can the actual YouTuber gift subs? I know that sounds silly. I guess I could, right? Huh. You know, Sean Strickland actually is threatening an influencer right now. You know Bryce Hall, don't you?
Oh God, what a fucking cunt, dude! What a fucking. It's actually funny. We have people in the same circle, and they're like, "No, he just wants to be your friend. He wants to be like." Bryce Hall, you said some stupid shit, and I'm gonna fucking backhand you. I'm gonna hit you right in the fucking face. And at that moment, you could choose to be a fucking man and take your ass beating, or you could be a little bitch. But after I'm done fucking beating the shit out of you, we could be friends. Bryce Hall, you fucking cunt. You fucking influencer. You fucking slap fight fucking cunt. They think I'm getting aggressive now. Two more. Who's next? Who's fucking next? Oh God, what a fucking cunt, dude. What a fucking.
Bryce Hall is terrible and he can't fight, but he did fight a bare knuckle match from what I remember. You know, I don't know did he do well? He may have done well. Sean, you're an influencer, dude. Enough with this. You have a YouTube channel. You're posting like, this is me getting ready for a fight. You're doing Instagram videos with Nina drama. You're an influencer. You just happen to also fight in the cage for money. Stop with the holier than thou bullshit. I don't give a shit. You're not better than people because you fight. You choose to fight for money. Guys, am I tripping? This guy loves to create this divination between him and everyone else that doesn't fight in a cage for a living. Stop it. Stop it already. We know you'll beat him up. You'll beat him up because he's not a fighter.
I think he dick rides Conor McGregor.
Oh, wow. So this is this popped up my feed just now. This is Michael Venom Page talking about Ian Gary. If you guys aren't aware, they're going to be fighting pretty soon.
I think he dick rides Conor McGregor. He's kind of like he's like the fake version of Conor McGregor. Like if Conor McGregor was like a natural, pretty woman, he's like the BBL version. That's just a bad BBL version. You know what I mean? BBL Gary, yeah. I think he dick rides Conor McGregor.
Yo. I think he took a lot of his influence from Conor McGregor, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but it is true. He was doing, remember when he won and he started doing the Billy walk? Which, again, if you guys aren't aware, Conor McGregor took that whole walk from Vince McMahon. It was the Attitude Era. That was my era of watching pro wrestling. So I know where he got it from, but at least there was like a few decades between when he did it and when a guy in a different entertainment sphere did it, Vince McMahon. You're both from Ireland. You're fighting roughly in the same period. It's a little bit silly to be doing his stuff. Who's that other guy from? There's another guy, Irish kid from Bellator. He was a carbon cop. Oh, what was his name, guys? It's gonna haunt me now. This is gonna haunt me. What was that kid's name? If you know it, drop it in the chat. There was an Irish kid. Cannot remember his name. Let me see if I can find it and I'll pull it up for you guys. You will laugh your ass off. What's his name, dude? James Gallagher. James Gallagher. This kid is the worst. He is the absolute worst. I don't know if there should be cringe videos dedicated to him, but I don't know if they are. Yeah, Gallagher, that's him. Let's see. You guys remember this kid, right? He thought he was Conor big time.
10-1 Bandejas versus 7-0 Gallagher. Bantamweights.
Talks like him, everything. And then he gets completely knocked out. There was some interviews with this kid. So funny, man. Oh, let's see. This is what
Jimmy versus Ricky next Saturday. How emphatic is it going to be? Is it? I don't want to say is it back to.
Actually, I have cool news too. I want to share with you guys. Remind me.
Roots, but we did see such a huge improvement in your strike and being able to set up your. You've had that pose.
They haven't. Now I can strike and knock you out. I can strike. Prove me wrong.
First round finish. I'm going to go in there from the bell.
You heard him.
Shots blazing, and I reckon I'm going to choke him in the first round.
First round.
Choke him in the first round.
And now I'm here, and they're all running. I drop down a weight class, and the champ goes running. He goes running. So he's back up to 145. See, after me, I'm coming for that belt, and I'm taking it. I'm going to whip this fella on Friday night, and then I'm going straight for that fucking belt. And that's the way it's going to feel, and I can't wait to go in there and let loose, get them shots popping. And when I'm in training, I'm holding back. I don't want to hurt my teammates, the people that are helping me get to this level. I don't want to injure them and don't want to land heavy shots, because that's not good training. You're just damaging your own body and you're damaging their body. And instead, every takedown he's going to hit the floor. Every transition, I'm going to be a step ahead. Every position when he hold, he's stuck. Any submission.
He really was feeling himself, huh? You have to as a fighter. I get it. If you're going to go into a situation where you're fighting in a cage with a guy, you have to actually believe that you are the man you say you are. But there's levels of delusion that are crazy. Look. The same pose. Look. I thought he was going to do the You want to see the finish? I'll show it real quick. apologize for this. This is very loud and unpleasant. Pop. There was a right hand he gets hit with, then he gets kicked in his face, if I'm not mistaken. The worst feeling is when the fight starts to go in the wrong direction. You're like, damn, I thought this would be a lot easier. Oh, that was it. That was the right hand right there. Classic. Bink, bink. Look at him. Boom. UFC 5 behavior when you hit him with a side kick to the face like that. That's why it's better just not to talk, guys. That's why it's better to just keep your mouth shut. Fighting is so unpredictable that it's just not worth it. It's never worth talking shit when that's the case. I was going to tell... Oh, yeah. So, I'll say it on stream now. I had another thing I was supposed to tell you guys. Of course, I forgot. Either way. 1FC hit me up and they wanted to partner with me so that I can have access to their library. So I'll be able to cover 1FC. If you're not aware and why you don't see a lot of creators covering 1FC, it's not that they don't want to. It's because you'll get copyright stricken. So my channel will be whitelisted so I can cover, you know, I think Rotulo is making his MMA debut. There's some really cool stuff that I want to cover. I'm not sure if I can cover their pay-per-views. That might be a little different, but I think I'll have access to the library and whatnot. So if there's anything cool you guys want me to cover on stream, I doubt I'll do actual proper videos on those, but I'll definitely pull it up on stream. They reached out to me, so it's a cool partnership. I don't see very many people working with 1FC. I said, I'll work with you. I'll work with you. Oh yeah.
Thanks for the replay.
Hey, thank you, Blake, for the 5, man. Appreciate you. I'm really surprised that none of you guys wanted to test the waters in UFC 5. I remember when I first played it, there were 10 of you guys in the chat that were like, let's go, I want to fight. Molly whopping everybody. Now everyone's running for the hills. I have Undisputed right now, guys. So I have Undisputed, and it is terrible. I played it one time on stream, and it was one of the worst gaming experiences I ever had. It was terrible. And so I don't know how they're going to remedy the game from where it is right now, leading into, I guess it's supposed to release in October. I don't know how they can patch up that many issues in that short of a period of time for it to actually be good. Granted, this is the beta, but I don't think it's a good game. Yeah. Yeah. Street Beefs I love covering. Might be relegated to live streams going forward. I don't know how many videos I'll be making regarding Street Beefs and all that. Well, I'm not surprised DJ can do them because he fought for one. But outside of him, I don't think very many people have access to the library. Yep. Yeah. There we go. Sebastian would take on the challenge. I like it. Yeah, yeah. Damn, dude. You gotta jump on, man. You guys are bad. You guys are bad. You don't play. You don't even know games. You don't even play. I'm not even a gamer. And I'm telling you guys about gaming. This is the Discord. Make sure you guys join the Discord. I think a few of you did join the Discord, so that's cool. So basically, this stream section is where you guys should be dropping stuff so I can respond to it in stream here. I don't think you guys have dropped much in here, to be honest with you. Oh yeah, this line. This is dated though. This is a little bit old. Actually, I kind of wanted to take a look at this. What do you guys think about this video? I actually didn't watch it. The Osterine video. Let's see what we have to offer here. Let's see. Actually, I'd rather watch it here.
What's up, guys? Derek, moreplates.com. Today we are revisiting the... Anyways, May 1st, VADA sends him the...
Give me 1 second. I want to see if my head's in the way.
letter that basically says he tested positive for Osterine as well as screen.
Again, someone shared this in the Discord, and I'm just covering it. So if you want me to cover anything specifically, make sure that it's entertaining. Drop it under the streams category, and I'll pull it up for the last
positive
stream.
as well for 19 norandrosterone, but it needed confirmation via isotope ratio mass spec analysis. because it's an endogenously produced metabolite. However, ostarine, a selective androgen receptor modulator, is not. It is something that's not supposed to be there at all. So as you would expect, when you have a SARM in your system, your B sample is probably going to come back
wait,
positive.
so tell me now. So he debunked him in this video? So he's debunking what? Is he debunking the test, or is he debunking the Ryan that Ryan's claims that he's clean?
And indeed it has. So his test results for the B sample come back positive as well. And to make matters worse for him, if there was any ambiguity as to if this, win is going to get turned into a no contest or whatever, like, it's not good that he was literally in the ring fighting on the day of with drugs in his system, regardless if it's a microdose, regardless if it was inadvertent, regardless if it was contamination. At the end of the day, he had an amount that exceeded the acceptable threshold for a synthetic compound that is not supposed to be there, that is seen as performance enhancing, on the day he's punching a guy in the head. So, not good. However, he has also gotten his hair tested, apparently. And his legal team has said, it's come up
so
negative.
I'm going to block this guy's head.
Contamination causing a positive test. King Ryan,
I trust this guy's opinions when it comes to this. This is his whole brand is steroid talk. So he has a great depth when it comes to that.
Let's go. The glove didn't fit. Okay, unfollow. LP. Logan is still gay button. 29.
Your B sample came back
Positively reinforcing his case. As a pro athlete, you should not, especially the top of your sport, like, this was absolutely on Ryan at the end of the day.
This is true. If you're making a few $1 million to fight, you should absolutely be in control of what you're taking in. Of course, this is the way it should be. I can understand if it's a regional fighter who's like, yo, I just went to GNC and copped some creatine. But if you're making a few $1 million, the onus is on you.
Regardless if there was inadvertent contamination or whatever, like, you are responsible.
Yeah, if you guys are just coming into the chat and you're thinking about Wes Watson, we covered him for about an hour and a half, 2 hours on the stream. So you could just scroll back. Now we're kind of just moving on to the next segment.
For what goes into your body is what people will say regardless. So for Ryan, he has this hair test, supposedly, and his lawyer's legal team says Ryan Garcia is committed to clean and fair competition, has never intentionally used any banned substance. Soon after being notified...
Damage control. We don't need to read this. Damage control.
Which have all of the 20th from the exact...
Damage control. That's all damage control.
Probably
all
the
of
most
that.
likely source of it. However, the dose that he got, was it performance enhancing after all? And was he, because even if it wasn't his supplements, you could easily argue, oh, I just so happen to be taking this thing. It spiked.
I'm actually kind of surprised at this because his actual initial response, because I checked in when I was doing the whole Ryan thing, I got exhausted from it. I can't talk about the fucking guy anymore. It is what it is. But that's exactly what I thought he would be in line with, the fact that, this guy's obviously negligent. But the first video, he was very much in support of Ryan. And I guess he switched his tune once this whole B sample came back.
And that's why it's in my system. But this is not an unusual strategy for some people who are looking to use a particular compound, having a product that is knowingly contaminated as a cop-out to be able to use that compound and then say it was your supplement. That said, would you do that with ostarine intentionally? Probably not. So here we know the amount, apparently, that was actually in his urine. So Garcia's tweet also led renowned sports nutritionist Victor Conti to write, ostarine has a 0.1 nanogram per milliliter allowable limit, and Ryan Garcia had 6 nanograms per milliliter reported for April 19th, which is 60 times over the limit. History of B sample testing is 99% confirmation of A.
Wow. Holy moly. Now, I don't know what 6 nanograms per milliliter actually translates to in terms of its effectiveness as a supplement, but that's sort of beside the point. 60 times over is 60 times over. I don't know what kind of contamination would have led to that much of an increase, right?
So 60 times over the limit. It sounds like a lot. It sounds like, oh, wow, you were clearly trying to retain muscle while cutting weight or whatever, a lot of people jump to these conclusions, as you can see here. I can see why somebody would think that. Let's talk about the hair sample analysis. So he says he got, hairs on his head analyzed to assess some sort of further back time scale of ostarine ingestion, and it would show that indeed he did.
I know this is a little inside baseball for some of you guys in the chat. A little bit overly studious. You guys came here for West bashing, but I do find it interesting because it's kind of unresolved for me. Because it's ironic that right when the B sample thing dropped, I kind of have been exhausted of the situation. I wasn't interested anymore.
Didn't
So
take any.
hence the reason I'm
Is it
kind
a
of just going
reliable
over it
way
quickly.
to actually, refute a urine analysis? Not really, unfortunately for him. So human hair testing for SARM's current knowledge and limitations as of 2022. In case of an adverse analytical finding, hair testing can be a complement to document the claim of the athlete, but of course, the result should not be considered as an alternative to urine analysis. This is because a negative hair result cannot exclude the use of...
This guy's a big steroid user, huh? This guy? Derek? What's the deal with him?
the detected drug and cannot overrule the urine result. So at the end of the day, like, you taking hair out of your head and sending it for analysis to some expert, like, that's great. It can help your case maybe, but it's like, this isn't a validated method of SARM ingestion assessment really at the end of the day. Like, this is still new, a goal, you know.
Don't know what he's saying. Speaking Greek
which
to me.
is fair, but
I need a
it's
Greek
still
Greek translation.
Get rid of it.
What are you saying
it just
over there?
might reduce the scrutiny to some extent, but it is certainly not beating, you know, I beat it, like he suggests. He says, I beat the case. Like, no, you're still fucked, unfortunately. And when I say fucked, I mean, like, he gets the scrutiny, and even if he proves that it's inadvertently spiked in his supplement or whatever, like, you were still responsible, and you're likely going to have your win taken away, I would think. And I have no idea what this means for all of his gambling winnings and stuff. Like, that must be...
Oh, wow. That was a meaty part that I didn't really even consider. So if you bet on yourself or whatever the case is, you make a tremendous amount of money on, if that's even true. How does that work now? Because now it's going, and I don't know if they're going to do this, but if it goes from a win to a no contest, let's say, that's got to affect your bankroll.
Wild. I can't even imagine what that is like right now, where you bet on yourself millions of dollars, and then it comes to light that
was a brutal cut. Yo, this guy gets crazy views for a guy that with his editing, huh? You saw that jump cut? He did one of those. He was like in the corner, now he's on the other corner. Derek is wild with the editing.
Cheated.
Doesn't need to though. That's the
if that
beautiful
gets
thing. He doesn't
held
need to edit
up,
crazy.
is there gambling entities chasing him now too? You know, like, I can't even.
Oh, he
imagine
has?
what
Okay, I
they're
got you,
doing.
Pons.
So the actual dosage that he used.
Got you.
6 nanograms per milliliter.
Yeah.
What does that actually
Got you.
equate to? Well, first, what is the minimum efficacious dose for Ostarine? So we look back at some of the clinical trials. I went over the Ostarine pipeline, I believe, in my first video. By pipeline, I mean the clinical pipeline in which it is being assessed for different indications.
Got that
Is it
Ostarine pipe, you know what I'm saying? That Ostarine pipeline, I'm saying?
Approved
I got to add a little levity. This guy's talking about straight chemistry, dog.
Notables in one assesses that getting, especially
He's bugging, bro. He's bringing out the charts. For
he has an IQ ED. Helpful for that, for sure. But at the end of the day, like,
I want the synopsis. I want the soliloquy. That's not the word. I just want you to tell me basically what's your take.
Completed
Quick
weight cutting, absolutely a case to be made there. But at the end of the day, like, this isn't even close to that. What he ingested was an probably accidental microdose to the tune of like double-digit micrograms at most. And
that's what I was waiting
for. That is
for.
not even close to imparting performance-enhancing advantages, as per the clinical literature, as per the extrapolated excretion profiles in these
That's great.
studies. No matter which way you spin it with this guy, even if he was trying to dope, like his dose was like way too low, and even if it was an inadvertent contamination, there's no way the dose he was using inadvertently would have helped him. So it's like, you know.
You hear that, Haney? You hear that, Haney? That's coming from my man Delts. Regardless of the fact that he did test positive and he'll probably have his win stricken away, and we don't know what that's going to do to his actual betting situation, but it didn't help him athletically.
I feel
that's
like
exactly what was on the table as an
case
argument.
for him to show that it
Haney was leaning into
not
that too.
Intentional. However, the fact remains that he walked into the ring with a positive test result and fought a guy. So that is going to get, unfortunately, significant amounts of scrutiny for years to come. And that fucking sucks for him, because it could have been avoided entirely just by being a little bit more careful with what he's putting in his mouth.
Yeah, so oh, it's oral, right? It's funny because someone said this is the guy who drinks leading up to a fight, so it's not surprising that, you know, he would be the kind of person that would take something like Ostarine unbeknownst to him.
Take from that what
it's
you
true.
will. Thank you guys for
You got to be
watching.
meticulous, or at least have someone on your team that is meticulous.
Pharmacology, human biology, and other.
Oh yeah, so you guys heard about the situation with Tyson, and apparently it was just an ulcer or something like that. What's the story with that? Nah. We'll get back into the Tyson thing in a second. I know a lot of you guys love Wing Chun in the chat too. I know it. I always have a subsect of people who watch my videos that are Wing Chun enthusiasts. Let's go, my man Blue Raven with the one gifted. Let's go. Shout out to Chris Topher. He's
because
back.
You're getting paid, bitch.
Chris Topher getting that blue belt on the arm right there. Let's go. Yo, Blue Raven, I appreciate you, man. Check out that Blue Raven channel. He's gaming. Got to get you, Blue Raven. We got to get you on the UFC 5. Do like a joint situation. What are you guys putting in the Discord, yo? This is some Slovakia type martial arts too. This is straight from Slovakia. Why the wall? What's the effectiveness of the wall? That's what I want to know. You kicked off the wall. Oh, stop. What is this, guys? Pouring outside. All right, I don't know what that is, but it made my day. So thank you for that. Thank you very much for that. What's this? Oh, pickup artist, man. I gotta start doing videos like that. What is this? Who's this?
It won't be a back and forth question and answer thing. I'm gonna let him tell his story. And
All right, I won't be able to go through this. This is 15 minutes long. What is that?
Beneath the shadows in your eyes lies a being that. Hold on one second.
Oh god. No. Oh, I saw the original video of that. So it's that pickup artist guy, and he leads these other guys who need to get girls. It's a very funny video if you guys are interested in it. And by the way, guys, this is under Fight Talk, so you can't add this to this section. I might have to remove these. So in this area, try to be specific to, like, put that under memes. I think that would be good under memes. Fight Talk specifically to Fight Talk, internet drama. Try to keep it organized. So yeah, these definitely. I don't even know who this guy is, Fleece Johnson. I don't even know who Fleece Johnson is. I'll be honest with you guys. I do not know. By the way, last night, guys, check it out. This is what we were eating down at Au Cheval in the city. I don't know if you guys are in the city, any of you guys, but definitely check it out, man. Absolutely banging. Come on, look at that. Come on, look at this. Come on, guys. We got to do a group. I got to take you guys out to eat. Any of you guys in New York, we got to go out to eat. Just barely caught the Discord link in the chat. What's up, working? Oh, there you go. What the hell are you doing, man? Oh, I got you. You got a blind cat. Okay, that was wow. Wow. So this is a new member here, Brave. I see you in the chat. He put this up so that his blind cat won't walk into the wall, I guess, like a cushion. That's very considerate of you, man, because that's wild. Guys, join the Discord. We're up to 196. I'd like to break 200. That would be pretty cool. So let's try to do that. Let's try to get over that 200 hump. What's up with the voice chats? Yeah, we didn't do any of that today. That's fine. We got some things coming up, guys. So Definitely stay tuned for that. It does, yeah. City food is the best, man. Last few days, yeah, I think the last week we've eaten some really good food. There is a diner called, man, what's the name of it? I'm gonna blow. You want me to blow your minds right now? Let me blow your minds right now. I'm not a big Jersey guy, and I try to stay out of Jersey if I can avoid it. But this is my favorite diner, and actually, I've been there twice. I took my girl out. There. This is a diner, by the way. Oh, I hope they don't. They're probably gonna. Let me use a different guy's page because I don't want to get copywritten, and I probably will now that I'm thinking about it. Should I do it anyway? I probably should. These food reviewers don't do good though. That's the issue. This is the best video. I'm gonna risk it, guys. I'm gonna risk it. Anyway, the best diner, if you guys want to take a trip out to Jersey, or if you're in Jersey already, I would say this is well worth it. The quality of the meat, the quality of the food, absolutely insane. That's, dude, this is a like I said before, this is
your content, brother Wes is AB.
Yo, thanks for the 5. It salute you. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that. I want to show you what we're working with here. I don't know how many of you guys enjoyed chicken, fried chicken, etc. This diner spent how much money? I don't even know. Thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on this machine that allows them to make the chicken very quick.
Important to our day-to-day operation.
Let me put the volume up here.
Such high demand for fried chicken. This can cook 8 full chickens in 13 and a half minutes to perfection, which is why it's used in so many specialty fried chicken restaurants. Once these are fried, we put them into our cooling racks. Then we have the orders here prepared, and we take portion at a time, so maybe 5 or 6 orders, put it right there by the deep fryer on the line, and then we start keeping track. Once we're down to about 4 to 5 orders, depending on what time it is, we know, add another 10. If it's busy, add 12 orders. If it's a little bit slower, we know, okay, only add about 5 or 6 orders to whatever we have currently.
See, this is a diner that's trying to elevate. They're not stopping at blue belt. These guys are trying to become the black belts of diners, and that's exactly what they're doing.
If we were to use a regular fryer that's not pressured,
guys, I know it seems like, oh, Steve's like hyping this up. There's very few things I'm passionate about, right? Music, fighting, food. Seriously, guys, you guys watch my stories. You know I go out a lot. This is the best diner I've ever been to.
18 minutes. Imagine you were to wait 18.
I want to show you how it looks. To perfection. To perfection, guys. And I'm not even a big chicken and waffles guy. I actually prefer pancakes over waffles. I don't know if do you guys agree with me? Am I the only one? I'm more of a pancake guy than a waffle guy. What's up, Mark?
The new tops that we're sitting in right now. I mean, we didn't start the actual construction of the steel till March of 2020.
And it's a vibe inside too, guys. It's a vibe.
At that time, I always try to go
sweeter. So that sweetness pairs very, very, very well.
Look at this. This is a diner.
With cognac.
We started featuring the lobster mac and cheese, I'd say like 2012, and it just gained popularity, and we've tried to keep it the same ever since. Nowadays,
crazy setup, right?
You want to have lower staff. You want to have things on the menu that are easier to build, easier to...
Guys, so you know most diners, they basically get their desserts from an off-site location, and they bring it in for the diner. Not this place.
I'm going to take you to the bake shop.
They have a bake shop.
Obviously,
they have an actual bake shop.
You can't have a diner in Jersey without a bakery, cheesecakes, sponge cakes.
I know you guys are watching this like,
cakes,
come on, Steve,
pies,
you're killing me right now.
Brownies, cookies. Bake shop has to have that in-house. This is Natalia, our pastry chef.
So now we're gonna mix our batter for our cheesecake for the day. In here we have our cream cheese, sugar, and salt. We're gonna mix this until it becomes a very nice and smooth batter. We make cheesecake about 6 days a week in the diner. Right now we're serving original cheesecake, strawberry cheesecake, blueberry cheesecake, cherry cheesecake, Oreo cheesecake, and red velvet cheesecake.
She's the one holding it down for everybody
So now
behind
I'm
the
adding
scenes.
sour cream to our cheesecake batter. This is our heavy cream. So this is our cheesecake batter ready to go in the oven. We're gonna fill our pans.
I'm about to go right now. What time is it? It's actually still early enough to get over there. I mean, I live in New York, so I have to cross the bridge, but I'll do it if I have to,
all in the
right?
pan. We're gonna
I'll
put
do
them
whatever
in
it
the
takes.
oven to be baked.
Okay, hold on. Give me a second.
So we add.
Give me 1 second, because I want to get a second opinion. I know you guys are like, oh, Steve is a guy who's trying to be performative. He's not speaking from the heart right now. Okay, if that's the case, I'll be the judge of that. Hold up, give me 1 second. Let me see if I can do this real quick. All right, audio on? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me?
Hey, can you hear me?
I hear you. So what I basically want to do, the audio might be a little wonky for you though, because I don't know if you have me on speakerphone.
I do. Does it sound bad?
No, it's tolerable. But anyhow, the audience here, we're watching some food stuff right now. We're taking a look at Top's Diner, which I said that I had brought you recently to go eat. What's your opinion of the diner? Because I know a few of them might want to take a trip over there.
I got you. Firstly, hello, Steve, and hi, SG in the chat.
SG in the chat.
Okay.
SG in the chat. Round of applause.
You know, I
SG in
have
the
to
chat.
say hello to my peeps. I was in there. I was in the live with you the whole time, and okay, in stitches with this guy, Wes Watson. But moving on. Yeah. So you took me to the Tops, and let me just say something. My brain exploded. First of all, just when we got there, the aesthetic of the place is very cool, very retro.
What did you get?
Should we start from the beginning?
No, just quick. Yeah, just what did we eat?
Okay, so you had the burger. Whoa, wait, hold on. Are we gonna talk about the bread and the olive oil or no?
The bread and the olive oil. Yeah, you got to do something with the audio, because there's like a little bit of there's too much ambient noise in the background that I'm picking up on.
You know what it is? I'm in the car and it started raining.
Yeah, I heard. I just said that on stream too. It's raining crazy outside.
It's really pouring. Give me one second. Okay. Let me see if I can do it like this.
Much
Okay.
better. Yeah, we'll do it this way, just for another minute or two.
I took you off the speakerphone. So first the bread and
That's
the
much
olive
better.
oil.
Yeah.
Yeah, the olive oil was insane. I was very impressed with the fact that they even have cold press organic olive oil.
Let's go, cold press organic olive oil. Let's go.
Then I ordered the chicken parm vodka, or how do you say it? The vodka chicken parm. So it was the vodka sauce, and then you had the burger. I think you had like the bacon cheeseburger.
Yeah. Do you have any pictures you can drop in the Discord so I can show them? Because I don't think they fully understand what's really actually happening right now. Or
I'm
no,
gonna
you
take a look.
You might not. Either
look.
way, yeah.
Yeah, and then we had the cauliflower.
Look
But
at
it
this,
wasn't
guys.
any cauliflower. It was like a kung pao Asian fusion. I don't know what it was.
It was like a
but
General Tso's type situation,
yeah,
no?
it was amazing. It was
Yeah.
it was like double fried. So it was almost
Yeah.
like having those Korean double fried chicken wings, but it was cauliflower. Then we had the dessert. It was a shake, right? Didn't you have the shake?
I got a dulce de leche shake, chat, and it was incredible.
Yeah. It was insane. It was insane. And we got the cheesecake too. And I'm not a cheesecake person.
You're not a cheesecake person, nope.
And it was top tier. Yeah, the whole experience. I mean, they have vinyl in the little lobby of the bathroom, like vinyl like record. So I just think the whole experience was amazing. I absolutely loved it. Worth the trip out there. Yeah, my brain exploded. It was just a great time. The food was amazing.
And
From
we
bread
don't
to dessert.
we don't like to go necessarily to Jersey. I mean, why would you go to Jersey when you have New York
Jersey
City?
is stinky. Jersey's a little stinky. No, I mean, listen, I don't like going to Jersey. I
Yeah.
don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, we could avoid it. We try to avoid it, but sometimes we got to drop in just for the sake of it, just out of respect for a diner
Tops,
that's going to the
yeah,
next
I'll
level.
go. Yeah, I'll go again for Tops. Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
for sure.
now
I mean, you can't go wrong with anything there.
All right, then let's check Au Cheval. This is where I was last night. Now the issue is a lot of these creators don't really do well. They don't do it justice, man. Like they don't do
First
it
of all,
justice.
so I posted our adventure last night, and man, a lot of people have been there. A lot of my friends have been there. I was like, damn, how am I so late to the party?
They've been there. You want listen, you want to know why they've been there? They've been there because Instagram blew it up and everyone's going crazy over, what they see as being this viral burger, etc. So it's worth it, but it actually lives up to the hype because a lot of people don't they get kind of misled by the Instagram hype train a little bit. But now let's take a look at so this is where look at this, guys. Come on. Look at that burger. Chat, you trying to go to Au Cheval or not? Because honestly, we got to do a group trip. I think I lost you in the chat, but that's fine. Let me pull it up. I don't know where she went. Let's throw Tone in there. Tone, what's up? Tone, work. Don't work. Tone work. You gotta turn your audio on, Tone work.
Yo.
Tone work, what are you doing?
Nothing, man. Just home chilling. What are you up to?
I'm streaming at the moment. We're covering where we went to last night. We went to Au Cheval last night. I was telling the chat that, man, it was off the absolute chain. It was incredibly good. If you guys are wondering, Tone Work is who you see in the chat oftentimes. He's now here. You didn't come last night, but yo, it was really good, man. Jeremy hyped it up well, but it was well worth it.
Yeah, no, it looked amazing, bro. And as far as that Tops Diner too, that place was fuego.
Oh yeah, so the first time we went to Tops Diner, Tone Work was there. Tone, what was your thoughts on it, the overall?
Yo, everything was the furthest from being a disappointment, man. In all honesty, like everything was dead on. Like dead on balls accurate.
Yeah, it was top shelf for sure. And I was like, yo, let's end it. Let's end this stream. For some reason, my phone's acting crazy. Let's end this stream correctly with some actual food. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I feel you, bro. Freaking, that's that's our thing. We love that food, bro.
Sounds like a jingle. We love that food, but we do, man. We really do. And again, and being in New York, it's the perfect place to indulge because I know some people might disagree, but I think we have some of the best cuisine in the world in New York City. I really believe that.
Absolutely, bro. It's so diverse. It's crazy. You want Filipino food, you'll find it. You want Vietnamese, you'll find it. You want Indian, you'll find it. You want Mexican, you'll find it.
You want Albanian food, you'll find it. You want Serbian food, you'll find it. Right, Tone? You'll find Serbian food too?
I guess, yeah.
Tone's Albanian. He ate Serbians. That's why I brought that up. For the uninitiated.
Serbians, bro.
Yo, so, a big part of a big argument that I see online, and this shit cracks me up, is the Californians. And if I have any Californians in the chat, you can feel free to voice your opinion on this. But the Californians or LA folks are always trying to argue that they got better food than us New Yorkers. I want you to do me a favor and stop it, because you absolutely don't. Been to California and LA. You got great tacos. Mexico's right there. I understand. We're not going to try to compete with you. Although we do have Los Tacos Numero Uno, which is a really good place. But please, everybody from Los Angeles, chill out with you got better food than New York. You don't.
Yeah, especially if they've never been over here.
Yeah, no, exactly. They haven't. But you always see it in the actual comments on Instagram. People are saying, New York don't have. The new thing is there's a Connecticut, and Tone, you can attest to this. There's the New York, everyone all of a sudden, you know who has the best pizza? Connecticut. Connecticut has good pizza. You know what it tastes like, though? It tastes like crackers and sauce, because it's basically this really thin crust that has sauce and cheese on it. But it's not a real proper pizza. And I went to Sally's. I know everyone's going to say, oh, you got to go to Sally a Pizza, whatever it's called. Tone, what's the name of the spot? Sal's a Pizza or something like that?
I think it's Sally's.
Sally's, right. Sally's. Yeah. And there's another one that we have also in New York. Frank Pepe.
Yeah.
It's mid. It's what we consider it mid.
Yeah, we you know, we're definitely pizza guys, and we've always chased the best pizza, and we found our spot, you know, and they're all New York.
Yeah, so Ben says Chicago got the best pizza, can't convince me otherwise. I've never been to Chicago, not yet. I plan on going, but I had a deep dish pizza from one of the elite deep dish spots over there. I forget the name of it. Francis would know, but she's not on the line anymore. And we ordered it. We put it, you know, we iced it. They sent it in the mail and whatnot. And it was, frozen. And you basically just cook it at the crib. Yeah. And it was good. I actually like deep dish pizza. I'm not one of these New York purists who are going to get on here and go, oh, it's deep dish. I like it. I do think it's good. But with that being said, I don't know if you've ever been to New York. Have you had Mama Two's is blowing up right now? We have what's the other one that we went to in Brooklyn recently? L Industries banging.
Yeah.
We have some really good pizza
too in Brooklyn.
What was that?
LMB's.
I've never been to LMB's. I was recently supposed to go, but I haven't had it. Yeah, some people say that it's overrated. Some people say that it's good. But
I kept it simple. You know, I had one slice, and I was like, all right, you know, maybe a second. That was it.
Yeah. Oh, so what are you saying over here, Mark? Cali, stand up. We do got good tacos. We can't fuck with New York's pizza. There we go. See, that's at least a little round of applause for you, bro.
There you go. Give it to him for sure.
Because that's a realization that Mark has that most people from LA cannot seem to understand. They really believe in their core of core that that New York can't hold up to them. Stop it.
Yeah, no. Now, don't get me wrong. I think like different regions probably have more authentic types of dishes depending on, you know, the demographics and whatnot. So, you know, huge South American and Central American demographic over there. So I'm sure, like, you know, it's amazing as well. Like that, like you said, Mexican food probably amazing over there. But I've never been, so I don't know.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, and to answer your question here, Lou Malnati's in Chicago is legitimate. It is. Lou Malnati's, I think, is a spot that we got the pizza from. Like I said, I like deep dish. I'm not going to go ahead and go against that. Chris Poe, you're asking me how to do Bellambola. I think it's Barambola. I think it's just a typo. You can use the wall, so you can position yourself seated next to the wall and use your feet on the wall to help your body invert, and that'll help you develop the Barambola. Yeah, LA, unfortunately, man, I'm responding to you, Brave. I think a lot of places in Los Angeles have taken a really big hit because of the pandemic, what happened, and the leadership over there is so trash. It's just decrepit. It's falling apart. And us in New York City, we're experiencing it too. I used to live in Chelsea, and I was driving through it yesterday, I think I was. And I was telling Tony, things are shut down there. The movie theater we used to go to shut down. There's garbage on the street. This is a high-end place. It's expensive to live in Chelsea. And there is a lot of homeless. We're going through it in New York City too. I think New York City has come back a lot better than LA from what I've heard and what I've seen. A lot of what happens in LA is Skid Row is kind of moving around from what I'm seeing over there. So it's tough. Yeah. I'm reading the chat now.
NYC feels lawless at times too, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, they don't care if you run red lights. They don't care about anything like that nowadays. I the other day, bro, or not the other day, more like a few months ago, I parked anywhere and everywhere, and didn't get ticketed, didn't get towed, nothing, and it blew my mind, man. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna double park, bro. Like, I mean, situations you're supposed to be pulled out right away. Definitely not the case.
In New York, you're saying, huh?
In New York. So if Cali is anything worse than that, then yeah, man. That's what I called it, lawless New York City.
It's getting fucking crazy, dude. And that's what happens when cops feel like they can't do anything, like they're in a position where their hands are tied behind their back. Politically, legally, there's things they just can't do. So yeah, and Ashtray makes a good point. The immigration crisis in New York, and that's not the topic of discussion for this live, but absolutely true, man. It's a serious problem. Hoping we can remedy it. It's definitely having a negative effect on on the quality of life in New York City specifically, because you have all of these illegal immigrants causing crime. I've experienced it. I've seen it. It's not pretty, man. I don't know how it is maybe in Chicago. I'm sure it's terrible in Los Angeles. I can only imagine.
Ben Cohn just hit us up with that. It's crazy.
Yeah. I don't teach anymore, Jax. Cops can't even chase him if they go too fast. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. Negsy, and we call that's funny. That's true. And that's a good testament to how good New York pizza is, Joe. Our biggest, most epic pizzas here in I'm assuming that's New Zealand. Maybe it's a state. I don't know. Nebraska. I don't know. What is NZ?
I'm guessing New Zealand.
All right, New Zealand. That makes more sense. We call New Yorkers. That's because whatever. That's because
we call the Chicagoans.
It ain't a conspiracy when I tell you we have the best pizza under the sun. Let's go, chat. We got the best pizza under the sun. Nobody can touch us. Some people think they can, but they can't actually touch us. Yeah, that's the absolute truth. That's the absolute truth. So, I want to ask you, Tone, before we go, what's your main gripe with Serbians?
I don't have. Oh man, you put me in a weird ass position. It's just, there was a war quite some time ago that, I just lost a lot of family and to them, I guess you could say. That's about it. That sums it all up.
There was a genocide that happened was it Albania or Kosovo?
Kosovo.
And this was in the 90s.
Yeah, bro, late 90s.
This was a really crazy time because Tony used to have a sticker on his door that said "Peace in the Balkans," and me being a kid from Yonkers, New York, having no allegiance to any, no awareness of geopolitical whatever, right? And I used to make fun of the word Balkan. Peace in the Balkans. I would always laugh, and you would always see a little glint in Tony's eye, like a little bit of the eye would spasm out. And why? Because his family is literally going through a genocide. So I oftentimes will throw that out there. I'd be like, yo, Tone, what's good with Serbia? There's a Serbian fighter that just fought the UFC. What's his name?
Yeah, that guy.
Tone.
The Jiri guy?
Yeah, he fought Jiri. I forget the guy's name. He fought Jiri. And I was like, Tone, who do you got in that fight? He's like, not the Serbian guy. Yeah, that's true, Chris. That's true. I actually have some Serbian fans as well, and so obviously we judge everyone based on who they are as individuals. It's all a joke.
That's what I'm saying. It's it's a different time. We've come so far. Like this is what 25 plus years. So it's yeah, man. What am I doing? What am I doing here? If that was that long ago.
Yeah, and what's going on now? We're really moving off the beaten path here, but what's going on now? Is there any crazy situations going on in Kosovo now in terms of war? Is it pretty much remedied?
Well, no, it's they still have their issues. I forgot what it was, like a couple of years ago, a few years ago. I don't know why I'm laughing, but they found a mass grave in Serbia that pretty much they drove them up Albanian bodies to Serbia to hide bodies, saying that they didn't do it. So
there you go. So when was this made? Was this made? We went deep. We really did. When was this cemetery situation actually formed? This was, I'm assuming, in the 90s during that time, right?
Well, yeah, but it's just that the fact that they're still finding bodies now, and there isn't compliance necessarily. Correct compliance with one side or the other, like at different times. So it's, that's where there's a little bit of a beef, but all arrows point in a certain direction, but
So you're saying is all arrows point to Serbia. Yo, guys, yes, Rakic is his name. Sorry. Yeah, so Rakic was the fighter, the Serbian fighter. There you go.
Yeah. Again, he's good. He's definitely good. But for real, Aspe, put Tony on the spot for real. But he's a good fighter. But I called it correct on that one.
That's true. Energetic. New York City people are united. I I think we are for the most part, you know, all from different parts, but we all kind of come together, especially when it comes to talk about food and pizza.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I swear that's common ground over here. Like you could be on completely different ends of the spectrum as far as your belief system or whatever it is, but once you bring up food or like pizza, man, it's either a debate or you agree.
Yeah, no, that's 1,000%. So let's ask you another question that's a little bit more on par with the tone of this live stream. You and Wes Watson locked in a cage. No, all seriousness. Like if we're putting money on the line, let's say $100,000 on the line. This guy's juiced to the gills in ratings. How does the fight play out?
Well, right away, I'm sure I would have speed over him, kind of like in and out, kind of, get him to start countering and or like kind of taunt him, see if he keeps his hands down, if I throw it right, kind of like see where he is. But the main thing would be tire him out, hit those shoulders along the way every once in a while, that, Marciano tactic, tire him out, can't keep those hands up. Eventually just beat him by his own heavy ass exhaustion.
So you're saying that he's going to just basically get tired. He's not conditioned to fight.
Nah, take down, smother him. The game of inches, bro. Jiu-jitsu.
That's it. You heard it here first. Tonework says that he would exhaust Wes Watson and basically make him quit on himself. That's basically what would happen. Give him a reason to quit on himself.
That's it. Make him never want to do it again.
Yeah, Jax, I poke from Wes. Yeah, Wes is going to start doing it.
Oh, shit.
Varicose veins everywhere.
Yo, for real, though, those shit are crazy. Like, what's that guy on?
I had a video specifically that explains the science behind why that happens, and I forgot to pull it up. So I pulled up just like actual JPEGs, but is it capillaries? I think that might be the right term, but there's like those little, like, it blocks blood from flowing in a certain way. But they break down as you do more steroids, like, and they thicken. The actual vessels thicken. Hence the reason you get those disgusting looking veins that he talks about being, almost a rite of passage. If you have these crazy veins, then you're the man, or you just shoot a lot of tests. I mean, or whatever he's taking, trenbolone sandwiches.
I don't know. That shit starts looking weird after a while, bro. Like it's not normal. Like your other guy too. Who's that? The Liver King guy?
Yeah, people were saying, they were like, "Yo, Wes Watson is like a prison version of Liver King." They're very similar. They're both very red as well.
But he's a little bigger than him, no? Or are they similar in size?
No, he's probably a little bit taller than Liver King. Liver King is very short. He's like five something, but I think Wes is probably 5'10", 5'11" as well. But they're comparable. I think Wes might be a little longer, but
what do you got between those two?
Between those two, that's a good question. I actually think Liver King is in better shape. I think in terms of actual output, I saw a video of him working out, and he was pushing a pretty hard pace. So I actually might lean towards Liver King, as crazy as that sounds, because he seems incapable of throwing a punch. But
back to that Watson, definitely gassing out. Now, question: how would you see the fight against Watson, like if it was you against him, mano y mano?
Don, you ain't gotta ask me that. I mean, I'll take that motherfucker down. I lean on. I'm just gonna say what you said. I'll get him tired, and he will never be. I mean, you don't even have to get into technical terms because he's so incapable. All right, let me do this. Before we sign off, I'll give you guys some technical advice if you were to deal with someone like that. I'll say that it's me.
Yeah.
Heavy feints. So if you come out against a guy that's that big and you hit him with good feints, right away his reactions, he's holding his breath because he's anticipating a punch or a strike coming his way. So it's going to fuck up his respiratory. So that's number one. That's before you even touch him. Hip feints, lead shoulder feints, hand feints, head feints. Then you start touching and going, right? Real relaxed with the rhythm. Touch, pop, strip jab. Jab him in his eyes, his nose. Jabs will shut a big guy down right away because he's not used to getting hit. So you hit him with two hard bare knuckle jabs right away. The dude's like, "What's happening? What? We thought this was something else." He's getting jabbed. He's swinging and missing. Then you start using strong lateral kicks to his knees. Something that a lot of guys who don't train fighting don't realize is they keep their lead leg locked out. They don't have a slight bend. So you're side kicking those knees, you're jabbing, you're feinting, you're making a miss. You're throwing teeps to the body with your toes, right to his liver. His liver's abused. He's taking oral. He's taking oral steroids. You're going to target that liver, his sternum with your push kicks. When he does fall forward, if I even decide to let him engage me with a clinch, because if I don't want it, we're framing, we're wedging, we're moving. We let him engage. We overhook. We tweak the elbow with the Americana from in close. We shoulder bump him. We knee him to the body. If there's no rules, we use our head. It's a fucking beatdown. It's disgusting, and it's manipulative, and you could do whatever you want with a guy like that. I definitely suggest jabbing his face off and kicking his body till he can't breathe anymore.
Yeah, and he's definitely going to be swinging for the fences each time, so he's gassed. Done.
Right, and now what I just said, I'm talking about myself, but guys, you can use this for yourself. You're fighting a big juice guy. Movement feints, a long jab, well-timed jab, and attacking the guy's body, especially if he abuses himself with androgynous chemicals, it really is going to work against him. You know, you're gonna break him physically, and he'll start to quit on himself. All fights are just a negotiation of, can I convince this guy that he made the wrong decision? That's all it is. If you can convince a person that's squaring up with you that, fuck, I kind of want to get out of this experience. That's all you really got to do. Then it's pretty much effortless. You could do whatever you want to do with them. Chat and Tone, I'll stay on the line. I'll talk to you in a second. Chat, that's been the stream for today. I think we did pretty good. We had a good time. It's been about 9 days since I've been on here. I appreciate all the new members. You keep the channel going. A lot of you guys stuck with the channel despite the fact that I wasn't live for a few days. So I appreciate you. Thanks for all the donations. And regardless, man, I appreciate you guys just stopping by, even for just the viewers, the engagement in the chat. Always appreciated. I think we said what we needed to say about Wes. We'll pack it in. If he wants to come back and he talks more shit, gives us some fuel, we'll jump back on it. But I appreciate you guys. Be good. And